your home for River Dragons hockey.
WKCN HD2, Fort Benning South, Columbus. And W295AY, Crystal Valley.
106.9 really rocks. The River Dragons are on the air. The Columbus River Dragons are on the air, live on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network. Tonight's game is brought to you by Sun South, Hydra Life, Mr. Sparky, Express Printing, BioLife Plasma, Pepsi, Vector Ply, Zelmo Zip-In, Houston Clinic, Columbus Diagnostic, Kinetic Credit Union, IGH Properties, Trivoli's, Shredaway, Nuke's Eatery, West Georgia Oral and Facial Surgery, Victory Land, Wade Cleaners, and PMB Broadcasting. Now, let's head to the broadcast booth for the start of the Air Force Heating and Air pregame show. Here's the voice of the River Dragons, Tom Callahan.
Hello, everyone, and welcome in once again to Columbus River Dragons Hockey. I'm Tom Callahan. Thanks for joining us as we've reached round number 2, the Continental Division Final. That's right, the River Dragons taking on the Carolina Thunderbirds to see who will emerge from the Continental Division and represent the Continental Division in the Commissioner's Cup Final. On the other side of the Empire Division, that final kicking off tonight as well, you've got the Danbury Hat-Tricks and the Binghamton Black Bears. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves. We have a lot of hockey to play. We have some intense hockey to play. These two teams, very even in the season series. From the River Dragons' perspective, it went 4-5-1. 3 of the last 4 games in the season series played the last 4 games of the regular season, went past regulation. And the River Dragons won their last 2 games on the road in Carolina after struggling a bit in the early going on the road as well. But tonight, they're at home. They're at the Columbus Civic Center, and Columbus gets to start Game 1 on home ice in this best-of-3 series. Tomorrow night and Sunday, if necessary, are Games 2 and 3. The challenge that lies in front of Columbus is not only one of beating a Carolina team that is their toughest opponent, biggest rival, but also in continuing to roll the way they did over the Motor City Rockers. A 2-1 win in Game 1 on Wednesday on the road in Motor City. A good road win for the River Dragons was decided on a late goal, just under 3 minutes left by Alex Storjahan. But then the offense burst wide open. Friday's Game 2. 5 goals in the first period for the River Dragons, and they were able to cruise to a 7-2 win in that game. So the offense got itself going, and that's what they need to continue. Storjahan had a hat trick in that game. He's got 4 goals. But the Thunderbirds also have the offense rolling. Both Storjahan and Peter Panachik for Carolina are tied for the league postseason lead in playoff goals of 4 apiece. Gus Ford, regular season league MVP and leading scorer, has 5 assists. That's the most right now in the playoffs. And every single one of the teams in the FPHL playoffs that advanced to the second round did so via a sweep. So they are all undefeated at this point as well. Something's got to give. And the Columbus River Dragons are hoping that tonight they can keep the offensive ball rolling. They've got a couple of guys getting back in the lineup. We're going to talk a little bit more about that later on here in the pregame show, which is brought to you by Air Force Heating and Air. We've also got our chat with head coach Jerome Bichard, our Zelmo Zip-In out-of-town scoreboard, which we'll be keeping an eye on that Danbury-Binghamton series, as well as the NHL playoffs for you. So there's plenty to get to. Stick around. More coming your way in just a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons Hockey. Columbus River Dragons Hockey.
Hey, sports fans, the seasons are changing and it's game time. There's no better time to make sure your heating and air system is working like it should. Call Air Force Heating and Air today for our special $69 tune-up offer. With an Air Force tune-up, a certified and trained technician will perform a comprehensive inspection and duct inspection. This can help reduce utility costs and prevent costly repairs. Schedule your tune-up today. Call 706-223-1945. We're always here when you need us. Air Force Heating and Air.
At the Country Inn and Suites by Radisson, you'll enjoy comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course, the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next stay in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons, Country Inn and Suites by Radisson.
While the River Dragons handle pests on the ice, Orkin takes care of rodents and pests at your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Orkin creates a custom pest plan specifically for you. Orkin can help eliminate and control mice, bed bugs, ants, roaches, stinging insects, and cockroaches, just to name a few. Remember, they're not happy until you're happy, so visit Orkin.com for a free estimate and trust the only pest control service the Dragons trust, Orkin. Now, if they could just control sea wolves and Thunderbirds.
State or county.
And welcome back here in the Airports Heating and Air pregame show. Tom Callahan here with you as we're getting ready to go from the Columbus Civic Center. Thank you so much for joining me, as right now the River Dragons out there on the ice completing warm-ups along with the Carolina Thunderbirds. And we'll be dropping the puck here at the bottom of the hour. If you want to check out some fantastic River Dragons playoff hockey, tonight is your only chance in the series. It's a best-of-3 series. Game 1 is here tonight. And the River Dragons, unfortunately, do not have home ice in the series. They actually finished just behind the Thunderbirds in the regular season series. Columbus almost led it wire-to-wire this season. They got off to a tremendous start, but unfortunately down the stretch, they fell off just that little bit, and at the end, Carolina was able to jump ahead and claim the division crown. Now, for the River Dragons, does that give them a little bit of extra unfinished business? Perhaps. And gives them even a little bit more impetus and a reason to try to make things work for them as they come into tonight's Game 1. Here, the winner here goes on to play for the Commissioner's Cup. And Columbus understands how important it is to capitalize on home ice. Let's talk a little bit about these two teams in the regular season, how they compared, and both teams, big scoring teams. Both teams were able to put up big numbers in the regular season. The River Dragons averaged 4.6 goals a game, Carolina 5 goals a game. The River Dragons had a plus 105 goal differential, Carolina's was plus 102. In the regular season, Carolina had a little bit better power play, 20.3% versus 17.7%, but the River Dragons had the top-ranked penalty kill at 87.6%. But Carolina was second in the league at 84.2% in that category. Now, in the playoffs, things have been a little harder to come by, but not as much. Carolina's still averaging 5.5 goals a game. River Dragons at 4.5 goals a game. Carolina's goal diff is plus 4, River Dragons plus 6. So what that tells you is Columbus scores a little bit less, but they also give up fewer goals than the Carolina Thunderbirds. And the power plays and penalty kills are about even. River Dragons 20% on the power play, 80 on the kill. Carolina 22% on the power play, 77.8 on the penalty kill. So pretty comparable. And these two teams have been comparable all season long, just looking at some of the top stars. We told you off the top of the broadcast that Gus Ford was the MVP of the league and led the FPHL in so many categories. He was a plus 78. That was number one. 114 points. That was number one. He finished second in goals, 46. Second in assists, 68. And has 5 assists already in his 2 playoff games. Peter Panachik actually had a good regular season, but you really have to look at Panachik, who had 50 points in the regular season, but you have to view him through the lens of he only played 34 games for Carolina. His 1.5 point per game average was tied for second in the regular season for the Thunderbirds. But what's interesting to me is Panachik in those 34 games was shooting at a 19.4%, which is a very high conversion rate. 21 goals, scored on almost 20% of his shots. So really 1 out of every 5 is going in for Panachik. That is high. But his 4 goals in the playoffs on a 40% shooting rate, that is unsustainable And Panachik is a guy who right now he's hot. And we'll say the same thing in a moment about Alex Storjahan. But a 40% shooting percentage, you don't expect a player to be able to keep that up throughout the course of a playoff run. But right now, I mean, you got to take what the player's giving you while he's hot. And speaking of Alex Storjahan, member of the FPHL's Young Stars team this year, and Storj had 28 goals, which was second on the River Dragons, and 40 assists, which was tied for first on the team in the regular season. 68 points was second to Jacob Kelly. He's got his 4 goals here in the playoffs. He's shooting at a 50% clip. So every other shot is going in for Alex Storjahan. So again, if you're talking to Storjahan and Panachik, you're telling these guys, number one, shoot the puck. Right now you're hot. It's unsustainable. You won't finish the playoffs that way, but while you're feeling it, use it. And that's exactly what these players need to do right now. And that's a big part of the matchup between these teams. They both have very good offense. They both have very good defense. And the River Dragons need to capitalize here on home ice. They're going to have the luxury of matching lines tonight if they so choose, or working on matchups. The home team gets last change in the playoffs, so hopefully the River Dragons are able to take advantage of some of that as well. We'll keep an eye on those little things too. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we have a Zilmo Zippin' Out of Town scoreboard to get to. Plus, want to take a look also at a couple of other things here, including who the River Dragons are getting back into the lineup tonight. We'll tell you about that on the other side of the break. This is the Air Force Heating and Air pregame show on Columbus River Dragons hockey.
An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston Sports Medicine Team provides urgent ortho care, Saturday morning injury clinics during hockey season, and an emergency room at Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation and care can be a game changer too. For more information, go to Houston.com or call 706-324-6661.
Hey, sports fans, it's game time. There's no better time to make sure your heating and air system is working like it should. As the official air conditioning sponsor of the Columbus River Dragons, we're excited to be able to offer you our special $69 tune-up offer. With an Air Force tune-up, a certified and trained technician will perform a comprehensive inspection and duct inspection. This can help reduce utility costs and prevent costly repairs. Schedule your tune-up today. Call 706-813-1935. We're always here when you need us. Air Force Heating and Air.
Craving a burrito, some nachos, or maybe even a quesadilla? Head to Barbaritos. Their menu includes only the freshest ingredients, and your order is custom made how you want it on the spot. Barbaritos is founded on freshness, and everything from our handmade guacamole to our marinades are made right in-house. And don't forget, you can order online at barbaritos.com or through our handy mobile app. Barbaritos. Food, community, people.
While the River Dragons handle pests on the ice, Orkin takes care of rodents and pests at your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Orkin creates a custom pest plan specifically for you. Orkin can help eliminate and control mice, bed bugs, ants, roaches, stinging insects, and cockroaches, just to name a few. Remember, they're not happy until you're happy, so visit Orkin.com for a free estimate and trust the only pest control service the Dragons trust, Orkin. Now, if they could just control sea wolves and Thunderbirds.
Welcome back here in the Air Force Heating and Air pregame show. Tom Callahan here with you as we're taking a look inside the numbers right now at this matchup. And kind of an interesting thing for the River Dragons, getting a couple of players back into the lineup tonight means you're also going to bump a couple of guys out of the lineup who played both games successfully against the Motor City Rockers. However, you get a chance to get Austin Doe back into the lineup. And the veteran Doe, 51 points on the regular season, 35 of those were assists. He's going to draw back in tonight after missing out on the opening series and also coming back tonight. And he's missed out even a couple games at the end of the regular season. Michael Greco making his return, played 48 games out of the 56 of the regular season, 31 points, 224 minutes in penalties. But a big physical presence back there for the River Dragons, and a guy who really needs to make sure that he is on top of his game here tonight. And the River Dragons need him to be that annoying, pesky player that he can be and get right in the face of the opposing players. I know there's a little bit of history there with him and Justin Schnapp on the Thunderbirds. We'll see if that comes to fruition tonight. But based on how the Motor City series went, it really did not get that crazy through the entire game, either game. There were only a couple power plays either side. And the physical play was in the checks that were finished. It was in the hits. There was very little pushing and shoving, very little, funny business after the whistle. These two teams played hard, and I imagine that's what you're going to see here. Now, Carolina had a little tougher time polishing off Port Huron. They had to go to overtime to do it. But, again, the business at hand in the playoffs is winning. It's not intimidation and for further down the road. It is, what are we doing right now in the series? How are we going to win this game? So the tactics change a little bit. But these are two of the most gifted, skilled teams in the FPHL. And they'll be going head-to-head, and they'll be going at it real hard. So that's something to look forward to here as well. But getting LaBelle back in the line, or pardon me, getting Austin Doe back in the lineup is big for the River Dragons. And it's also big to get number 24, Big Michael Greco, back in there as well. Certainly good to see him. And for the River Dragons at this point, a situation where it means someone comes up. Cody Wickline's going to come out up front, and that's a tough one for him. And also Cody Rogers, who had the first goal of the playoffs for the River Dragons. He is out tonight as well. And we'll see how the chemistry goes for the River Dragons, trying to make room. But it's a nice problem to have, I think, is the best way to put it, for Columbus to have that kind of depth and end up scratching those types of players. So we'll take a break here in the Air Force Heating and Air pregame show. When we come back, we're going to hear from head coach Jerome Bichardt. That's on the other side of the break. We're back with more in a moment on Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Complete Tire and Service, located at 3109 Victory Drive in Columbus, is the perfect place to take care of everything your vehicle needs. From preventive maintenance to alignments, brakes, oil changes, and more, your friends at Complete Tire and Service have you covered. Need tires? Buy 3, get 1 free for passenger vehicles. Call 706-321-8133 to set up your appointment. 321-8133. Complete Tire and Service on the web at ctstires.com.
Hydrolife Therapy in Old Town is your one-stop recovery shop to get you back to 100%. With IV therapy treatments, cryotherapy, and compression therapy all under one roof. Hydrolife treatments are packed with nutrients to increase energy and boost your immune system. Join the IV League today for the most affordable way to feel better, look better, and start accomplishing more. Online at hydrolifetherapy.com/Columbus. Hydrolife Therapy. Start living your best life.
Hey, sports fans, the seasons are changing and it's game time. There's no better time to make sure your heating and air system is working like it should. Call Air Force Heating and Air today for our special $69 tune-up offer. With an Air Force tune-up, a certified and trained technician will perform a comprehensive inspection and duct inspection. This can help reduce utility costs and prevent costly repairs. Schedule your tune-up today. Call 706-223-1945. We're always here when you need us. Air Force Heating and Air.
You know that sound anywhere. It's the crisp crunch of that first nacho chip. With its perfect cheese to sour cream ratio sitting atop a layer of delicious beans, it's a sip away from perfection. That's what we're looking for. Add a delicious, refreshing Pepsi and we've achieved absolute nacho nirvana. Because while you can pile those nachos high with every spicy, cheesy, savory topping, there's no topping a cool Pepsi finish. Nachos, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Welcome back to the Air Force Heating and Air pregame show. We're joined by head coach Jerome Bichardt ahead of the start of the Carolina series here. It is the Continental Division final. Coach, first of all, just a quick look back at that Motor City series and your team's performance.
Yeah, no, pretty excited how we ended up coming home and finishing things up. Obviously, Motor City plays a really structured game and work hard and all that stuff. So it was a good precursor to Winston Salem.
So coming into Winston-Salem here, you've got the Thunderbirds in for Game 1, Game 2, and then 3 if necessary on the road. Talk to us a little bit about the mindset for this team. And, it was a battle in the regular season series. Yeah,
you know what? There's no secrets here. We've played them enough. We know what they're all about. We know what their tendencies are and what their go-to is. So, we need to really worry about us. We need to play physical. We need to negate some of the stuff that they do. They have some set plays where they just kind of throw the puck and just go. off of D zone, and same thing. They got some offensive face-offs as well. So our face-offs are important. We need to be above 50%, and again, be physical. Nobody likes to get hit, but I think them in particular.
The River Dragons were not 100% healthy. Nobody is this time of year, but a couple of big names not in the lineup. Let's start on the defense. You're getting Michael Greco back here tonight. Yeah,
you know what? Obviously, Grex was a big part of our success all year. He's a big physical presence. Obviously, he needs to keep his emotions in check, which I think he's done for the most part. The last month and a half, 2 months of the year. So that's going to be a big plus. With that coming, probably going to sit Cody Rogers, which I hate sitting Raj. He brings a presence out there. He skates, moves the puck pretty well, but just kind of going with a gut feeling on that. And then as well up front, we're going to take Cody Wickline out and insert Austin Doe with Costello and Altsworth. So, Dozer brings a little bit of experience, quite a bit of experience, and, some scoring prowess, but he's really mistake-free in the D zone and always in the right spot. So try to get him going.
I know that's something that you want to tighten up this time of year, but I mean, what are the little things? Everybody says, it's the little things. What are some of those little things? Well,
just recognizing the play. You know what? Before I get the puck, I need to know what I'm going to do with it and execute that play, whether a 50-50 play, instead of throwing it to the middle, it's up the wall, taking a hit to make a play, back checking through the middle, making sure you're not giving up the middle of the ice, making sure that we put them in areas where we can handle them. So it's all kind of that.
Let's wrap it up with tonight's keys to the game.
Keys to the game. I think the first goal is huge for us, and then we can't look back. We can't sit back. Every time we sit back and we get a lead, we tend to take the foot off the gas and go into a little bit of a shell, and that's not what we need. We need to continue to forecheck and press under control with making sure we always have a high guy and we give up no odd man rushes.
All right, Boom. Thanks for joining us. Best of luck tonight.
You bet. Thank you.
Back with a drop of the puck in just a moment. This is River Dragons Hockey.
The Jersey Shop specializes in screen printing, embroidery, direct-to-garment printing, and vinyl heat-press lettering and numbering. We provide custom t-shirts for any occasion and have a graphic designer on staff to make the logos or graphics needed to make your shirts unique. We pride ourselves on being able to deliver orders of any size at low, competitive cost with no minimum quantity. That's why the River Dragons trust the Jersey Shop for all of their uniform needs. Call 706-565-4245. That's 565-4245.
For Beam, community isn't just a place, it's a state of mind. We believe that when we care together, work together, and even cheer for our favorite teams together, we are closer to what counts. Beam has been improving the way we connect since 1964, not just with technology, but with our communities and with each other. Because at Beam, community is not just a place, it's the way we do business. Beam, bringing East Alabama more. It's in our name.
Hello there, my name is Seychelle, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the punch of flavors that's unlike any other. You get the crispy tenderness of the chicken and that hint of sourness from the pickles. Ta-da!
Hey, I'm Juan, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is you're going to get chicken that's crispy, golden, and juicy. This is the gold standard of chicken sandwiches.
Order the original Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real customers paid for their testimonials.
So you've got projects to do around your home. You got Harvey Lumber for that. You've decided to finally get that large deck built in the back for family fun and entertaining like you've been dreaming about for so long. You got Harvey Lumber for that. From replacing a few boards to replacing all the windows to building from the ground up, you've got Harvey Lumber for that. It's kind of like that old saying, there's an app for that. Well, whatever you need in the way of building supplies, there's been a Harvey Lumber for that in the Chattahoochee Valley for over 150 years. Harvey Lumber Company, 815th Street, open Monday through Friday, 7.
have our starting lineups being introduced down on the ice right now. The River Dragons are going to start the line with Josh Petrantonio, with Murray and Jamaeff on the wings. And then welcome back Michael Greco. He will get the start alongside his usual defense partner, Josh LaBelle. Those two will be paired together. And the River Dragons, no surprise, are going to go with the co-goaltender of the year in net. It'll be Brendan Colgan. And for the River Dragons, really looking forward to getting off to a hot start here at home if they can. And this line, the Petrantonio line, is one that they want to counter the so-called Czech line, which is Pastuka, Salak, and Panachik for the Carolina Thunderbirds. So a little bit of a matchup, the game within the game. Expect these two lines to see an awful lot of each other as we get things going as well. So keep an eye on the matchups here tonight. River Dragons opening this best-of-3 series at home. The winner here tonight goes on to play. Well, not tonight, but this series, pardon me, goes on to play for the Commissioner's Cup. So now we're going to send it on down to public address announcer Dana Parker for tonight's moment of silence and our national anthem.
Those who have been our livelihood every day, and those who have made the ultimate sacrifice. River Dragons, thank you. Now remain standing, hands over hearts, for the presentation of our national anthem, performed tonight by Alexandria Hippers.
Oh, can you see by the dawn's early light, once so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets red flag bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner for the land
Anthem in the books before tonight's game. Let's take a look at your starting goaltenders. And we'll start with the Columbus River Dragons. Brendan Colgan getting the nod in net. He's 2-0 on the postseason with a league-leading .950 save percentage and a 1.50 goals against average. He will be opposed tonight by Boris Babic. Babic also 2-0. Unbeaten in the postseason this year with a .908 save percentage, a 3.37 goals against average. Yes, Port Huron had some success scoring on Babic, and that's something the River Dragons are going to look to replicate here if they can. But the important number are the 2 wins for both of those goaltenders. They were the backstops that got their team to where they are now. Looking at the regular season for the Thunderbirds, it's an interesting story in net. It was Mario Cavalieri who was really the 1A. Babic was the 1B. Now, it's not fair to call him a backup. He was the 1B. But Cavalieri had the better numbers all the way around in the regular season. More wins, lower goals against, higher save percentage. But Babic, with Cavalieri's injury, he's still out. Round 2 of the playoffs here, and no idea when he may return. This is Babic's net. And so here we go. Left to right. River Dragons in front of the Harvey Lumber press box location. Period number 1 is underway. Carolina will control the puck at center. They'll move it ahead. Here's Salak in with a bouncer. Cleared away to the corner by Greco. Panachik on it. Cycle it around looking for Salak. Pastuka into the slot. Quick shot. And that one is fought off by Colgan on the early chance there. Left point, Grebenikov holding it in. Run into by Greco. Boy, Greco's way up high there. He's able to clear the puck out. You know the adrenaline's flowing, but you also don't want to see the guys kind of overplay their hand a little bit here. There's Pastuka in on the left wing with a backdoor dump. That one is cut out of the air by LaBelle. And he'll move it ahead. River Dragons looking for a change here as they swing it right wing. Petrantonio up by himself. Long shot in. Glove save Babic. And he hangs on to that one for a face-off to his left. Not even a minute into this opening frame. First period is brought to you by Sun South John Deere Equipment, for those that do. Fans, if you're here tonight, don't forget your free Fire and Ice digital program is available for every home game at rdragons.com, or if you're in the building tonight, you can scan the QR code with your smart device and have the program right there. This time featuring River Dragons player assistant coach Paul Frazier, number 7. He's out there right now, has the puck on the right side. Goes on to the left wing with a feed across. Costello in. He tried to dump it into the corner. Ends up around behind the net. Austin Doe with his first touch of the playoffs. Aldworth trying to dig it free. On the right side, slapping at it. Doe. Aldworth, it rolls at the near side, and that is back to head towards Butita. His clearing attempt went off a skate. And Ryan Gill chasing back to his own zone. Feeds it on the right side to Frazier. Frazier cross ice. River Dragons stepping up. Here's Kelly in on the change. Sends it around to the right side. Storjahan. Puck forced back to the D. Carolina trying to move it to center. Keplinger at center looking for a little bit of help. Jumped into the Columbus end. They'll regroup. Frazier off the glass and out. Keplinger had lost his stick in the process. Schnapp's going to fling a backhand too far into the corner. Baker centering feed. Ooh, deflected dangerously in front, just wide. Now back the other way. Here's Vanelli leading the rush. Vanelli hooked off the puck. It floats free into the far side corner. Vanelli stays up on it, puts his check into the wall, fed to the near side. Storjahan in front, bouncing in the crease, and on Babic he holds. Nice thought by Storjahan just to feed it into that thicket of skates right in front of the goaltender Babic. You never know what's going to happen there. You might get a bounce, a break. You get at least a face-off. King in for the draw. He's battling for it in the circle. Ford able to pull it out. Carolina moving to center. Here's Ford on the right side, trying to flip it ahead. Schnapp chasing. Petrie jammed it away from him, but puck kept in at the right point. Schnapp will swing it around to the near side. 2.5 gone here in the first. No score. Game 1. Continental Division Final. Here's a chance in. Schnapp with a save there. Nice job. Colgan coming to his left. Schnapp tried to deke forehand, but Colgan right with him. Here's Ford up top. All the way to the blue line. Shot through traffic. Wide of the net. Schnapp from the off angle. Off the outside of the net once again. River Dragons moving it ahead. Now up the right wing. Carried by Kelly. Kelly's up by himself. Around the D into the corner. Knocked off it. Diving back for it. Tried to center. That was blocked. And Grebenikov will move up by himself. He will get sandwiched by Greco and Moore. Crowd liked that one. Both teams working through a change here. On the breakout, here's LaBelle up the middle of the ice. That one is tipped on, but went off the shin pads of Kennedy. Petrantonio turned it back. Jemayev ends up with Grebenikov. And now back to Jemayev. He'll feed it back to LaBelle. LaBelle inside the River Dragons zone. Greco on the right side. Back down. Moore in behind the net. Babic will play it back over to Kennedy. Kennedy pressured immediately by the forecheck there, but got the puck away. Carolina able to break the zone. Right side. Kennedy will lead the rush with a shot blocker save made by Colgan. Rebound to the near corner. Sent to the side of the net. LaBelle playing it back up the near side. Greco put a big hit on the near side, but the puck went right back into him. Now Columbus able to move it out to center. Pastuka will dump it back in. Colgan has to play it away up the near side. Greco stretching for it, trying to chip it ahead. Can't get it out. Kept in. Panachik cutting in front with a shot off the shins of LaBelle and wide. And Colgan will hold side of the net. Boy, you needed to do that. That deep air had been out there for a minute. They get a break 4:15 into the first period. River Dragons and Carolina Thunderbirds scoreless game one. This best of three has game two slated tomorrow night in Carolina, 6:05 p.m. start. If necessary, Sunday, 4:05 p.m. start. Those start times are Eastern. Face off coming to the left of Colgan. Swept to the line, and was that kept in? Yes, it was. Now it's out. Bioni will move it back in. Colgan steers that long shot aside. Kelly back to center. Try to chip it to himself. Taken away and dumped right back into the Columbus end. Gill to Frazier, pressured, got it to center. Storjahan moves over to pick it up. Storjahan left side moving in, leaves it. Kelly, shot, glove, save Babick. Babick splits out to his left. Nice shot selection there by Jacob Kelly. But the Thunderbirds netminder making a big save right there to keep it scoreless. Face off to the right of the Carolina goal. Joe Aldworth back out there. Puck to the left point, and Gill couldn't keep it in, and now break up the right side. Here's Rowe. Rowe moving in, swings it across. Keplinger is stopped as coming to his right. Colgan in the butterfly. River Dragons use the glass, get that puck out. Peavy pressured back in his own end. Brendan Colgan has been just as sharp early here. Both goaltenders will be tested. These are two high-flying offenses. Peavy will dump it in behind the Columbus net. Colgan to backhand it along. Frazier ran into traffic, tries the far side. Gill, left wing. Aldworth, cross ice. Off his skate, it goes down into the Carolina end. Costello stays up on the forecheck, turned over to him off the side of the net. Costello on the far side, tied up over there on the boards, tries to pull it free. It ends up with Jemayev. Jemayev flips it into space right side. Moore had his stick checked. He'll chop it around back to that left wing side. Jemayev on it to the left point. LaBelle through traffic. Score! Josh LaBelle turns and gives a look over his left shoulder to the Thunderbirds bench. Might have been a little chirping there, but it looks like it's going to be Moore who scores on the deflection in front. The crowd leaps to its feet. 5:47 into the first period. It's 1-0 Columbus. Boy, what a great job to get that puck through by LaBelle at the point. Moore's got his first of the postseason. Jemayev should also pick up a helper on that. Boy, that's the start Columbus needed. They needed that first goal. I don't think it'll be the last goal, but the first one is nice and important. Definitely changes the tenor of the game. It's a crowd into it here. This playoff crowd at the Columbus Civic Center. Here's Ford wheeling back in, but poked away. Storjahan tried to leave the zone without the puck. Played ahead. Bouncing King back to Storjahan left side. Did it go off someone at the bench? I think it did. We get a whistle. We're going to get to a break. 6:41 into the first. River Dragons with a 1-0 lead on a Kyle Moore goal. Back with more in a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons playoff hockey. River Dragons.
So you've got projects to do around your home. You got Harvey Lumber for that. You've decided to finally get that large deck built in the back for family fun and entertaining like you've been dreaming about for so long. You got Harvey Lumber for that. From replacing a few boards to replacing all the windows to building from the ground up, you've got Harvey Lumber for that. It's kind of like that old saying, there's an app for that. Well, whatever you need in the way of building supplies, there's been a Harvey Lumber for that in the Chattahoochee Valley for over 150 years. Harvey Lumber Company, 815th Street, open Monday through Friday, 7 to 5.
Spring has sprung. From mowing and mulching to planting and hauling, tackle any job that comes your way with quality John Deere equipment from Sun South. And during our spring sales event at Sun South, save more on our great selection of John Deere tractors and mowers with store-wide specials and financing as low as 0.9%. So why wait another season to do more on your property? For quality John Deere equipment, come see us during our spring sales event at Sun South. Equipment for those that do.
Offers expire April 29, 2023. Restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Back at the Columbus Civic Center, Tom Callahan here with you in the Harvey Lumber press box. It's a comfortable 72 degrees here in the Civic Center. If the temperature in your home isn't comfortable, call Air Force Heating and Air. Face-off coming up just outside the River Dragons blue line. Kyle Moore, the early goal from LaBelle and Jemaeth at 5:47 has given the River Dragons a 1-0 lead in Game 1 of the Continental Division Final. Winner of this series will advance to play the winner of Binghamton-Danbury. River Dragons break in again. Here's a feed through the skates of Storjahan. He chased to the right side corner. Storjahan into the slot for Kelly. Kelly up top, dumps it back behind the net for King. King looking to spin in front. Kelly score! Jacob Kelly on the doorstep. What a feed from King. No soup, no bread, no Mountain Dew for 1 week. Two nothing River Dragons. Oh, you gotta love the start. 7:03. And Columbus strikes again. Kelly from King, and again, I think another assist should be coming there. Maybe Storjahan. Right now, this is a big shift for Carolina. If you're a Carolina fan, and somehow you're on our feed, welcome. But this is a big shift. The shift after a goal is always big. River Dragons responded after that break, scored again. But now Carolina finds itself down by a pair. They break in on goal. Salaka shot save made as he cut right across the goal mouth. The check line out there right now for Carolina. Peavy shot from the point, deflects into the near corner. Pastuca with a chance. His stick was checked by Costello. And now another chance blocked away in front. Oh, it was swept away from Aldworth there by Krupp. Unfortunately, he didn't see him coming. There's Panachik back the other way in with a wrist shot, shrugged off by Colgan. Costello back into the corner to Greco. Greco will delay. Slow it down. River Dragons regroup. They will also change things up front. Aldworth lost the pass there. Ford to try to tip it back in. Thunderbirds in. Keplinger pushed away at the line. Can he keep it in? No, battled out by Storjahan. Onto the left side. Here's Costello racing up. Costello on the wing. Stops, waits, feeds into the corner. Storjahan around after it, onto the left side. He's got Gill at the left point, trying to get it to him. Gill up top. Through traffic, Babick steers it away to the corner. Far side, King. Kelly at the dot, shots. Save made, rebound, right back to King in the corner. King up the half wall to the left point, now Gill. Gill right back down the wall. Into the corner, Grebenikov, pressured by King. Kelly on the far side, King to the left point, Gill. Gill steps around traffic, walks into the dot, far side, in front, Kelly, a shot, and that was tipped away with a D. Puck to the right point, Frazier holding it in. Let go around to the far side corner, King up on it. And now Carolina looking to tip it out to center. Kelly almost stole it back. Thunderbirds ahead. Here's Ford trying to wiggle his way in, and that was just slapped right off his stick by Frazier. Columbus changing it up again. Petrantonio line back out there. Jemaeth and Moore. Moore's got a goal in this game. As Petrantonio up the left side. In. Long wrister blocked. Jemaeth trying to follow up the play. Hooked off it. Puck at the line. Poked away. Now Schnapp the center. Try to feed it and turned it over. Left wing, Petrantonio in. He's got Jamaev with him. Petrantonio backhand across the Moore to the backhand. Shot down by Babic. Rebound, and he holds. Oh, my goodness. What a tremendous pass by Petrantonio to even get it to Moore. Moore cut back across the crease to the backhand, and what a stop by Babic. Stays 2-0. River Dragons in the lead. 9:51 to go in the first. Back of the Moore in a moment on River Dragons hockey.
Columbus, Georgia is considered by some as a hockey town of the South, boasting pro hockey since 1996. But 80 years before that first puck drop, another Chattahoochee Valley favorite got its start, Piggly Wiggly. Come on down to find a great selection of fresh meats and produce for your family's next meal or your next tailgate. We're proud to root for the hometown River Dragons because we've been the hometown team since forever. Piggly Wiggly, down home, down the street.
Spring has sprung. From mowing and mulching to planting and hauling, tackle any job that comes your way with quality John Deere equipment from Sun South. And during our spring sales event at Sun South, save more on our great selection of John Deere tractors and mowers with store-wide special and financing as low as 0.9%. So why wait another season to do more on your property? For quality John Deere equipment, come see us during our spring sales event at Sun South. Equipment for those that do.
Offers expire April 29, 2023. Restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Back here in the Harvey Lumber press box, Tom Callahan here with you. First period action brought to you by Sun South John Deere. Equipment for those that do. Want to say hello to our flagship radio station, 106.9 Really Rocks, Columbus's Real Rock Station. And our fine radio affiliates, WZEV 90.5 FM, Classic Hits of Lineville, WBRQ 91.9 FM, Blues Time of the City of LaGrange, and WQEE 99.1 FM, home of Southern Sports and Talk in Noonan. River Dragons trying to put the offensive pressure back on. They turn it over down low. There's a chance over to Krupp. Blocker save. Rebound. Aldworth trying to get to it. Steered away from him. But Carolina is off to a stilted start. There's a shot by Schnapp. Long range blocker save. Colgan. River Dragons up the other way. Aldworth at center. Takes a hit. Gets it ahead. Doe on the left wing. All over Schnapp. Schnapp left it there for Bioni. Back the other way. Here's Butita in. Krupp and Bioni now just separating at center. They got up on each other a little there. And Baker on the far side of the right wing. Getting it around. In behind the net it goes. River Dragons on the regroup here. Greco with a stretch out to center through the skates of Vanelli. He's digging down for it. Babic has to play it away. Nice job by Vanelli to negate that icing. 8:47 to go in the first. 2-0. Columbus in the lead. Storjahan will feed it back across to the River Dragons. Trying to reset the D here. Frazio right now feeding it left side. Storjahan will dump it in around the rim. On to the right side. King steps up, keeps it in the corner. King tried to send it towards Storjahan. Ends up back on the near side. Storjahan to the right point. Greco shot blocked off the defense. And now Salak at center. Right side, Pastuca. Couldn't walk it around LaBelle. Into the corner. Fed behind the net. Now it ends up Pastuca near side. His shot tipped in front. Save. Colgan rebound in front. Colgan. What a stop of the left pad. Unbelievable save. Puck in the slot. Pastuca stopped and Colgan holds. Brendan Colgan, 1, 2, 3 big saves. Unbelievable. With 8:03 to go here, Colgan, Panachik got himself free again for a chance down low, and Colgan got that right pad out, made an absolutely massive stop. And then yet another rebound chance came in, but he knocked it down and held it. What a sequence right there. My, oh my. 8:03 to go in the first, and that is your co-goaltender of the year right there. There's a reason that guy had a record-breaking year. Mort backhanding it in. Babic gloving it down and leave it for the D. Thunderbirds trying to move it out on the right side. They'll wedge towards center. Comes down to Greco. Greco getting it back. Jamaev in. Dumps it towards the net. Babic scoots it off to the corner to Ford. This is the matchup the River Dragons wanted, was this Petrantonio line against the Ford unit. Panachik up on the left side, and let's see if this is just a momentary disruption. Panachik got buried behind the net by Greco. But I want to talk about, they've already maybe switched the lines here. We'll look in a second. Ford at the left point, trying to keep it in. Now another big hit on Panachik, this time by Petrantonio. LaBelle will dump it in over the head of Babic. Both teams go for the change. So no, they did not. It looks like Ford is actually playing defense here. Thought perhaps they put Ford on the check liners. Keplinger in with a chance, blockered away by Colgan. Keplinger out the far side. He still got it. His shot off the outside of the post. Doe gets hit hard by Keplinger on the wall. Frazio runs into Keplinger. Now we're getting a little extra in there. Costello takes the flip pass at center. He's all over Grebenikov. Grebenikov can't clear the zone. Stuck in his skates. Aldworth pulls it away. Left point, Gill. Right point, Frazio. Down low, tipped into the corner. Costello looking for Doe. Doe tying up his man. Puck along the wall. Butita able to move it out. Kennedy jumps into the rush. She'll go around the right wing side and behind the net. There's a centering feed from Rowe. Ends up at the point. Shot coming in, blocked. Actually hit his own man. River Dragons on it. Gill's got a moment in space. Up the left side. He'll get to center here. And hang on to it. Now he lost it. Try to battle it through there. Back in the left wing is Rowe. Rowe looking to center on the backhand. Puts it into the high slot. Puck in on goal. Save. Colgan rebound over top of the net. Nice job by Sturgeon. Might have got a piece of Ford's second attempt. Ahead on the right wing. King swings it around the wall. Arriving to the left point. Down crashing is Petrie, keeping it in. Puck on to the near side. Sturgeon turnover in front. A shot tipped away off Kennedy to the corner. Thunderbirds have a tired defensive unit out there right now. Kept it at the point. Petrie sending it down low. Centering feed. Kennedy taking it away. Puck to the line, and now it's cleared out. Schnapp moving it ahead all by himself with a wrist shot in. Ooh, dangerous chance. Colgan has to fold down behind himself to hold on. Schnapp coming right to the net, and he gets the attention of every red jersey on the ice. Face-off will stay in the River Dragon zone. Boy, Carolina has been trying to bring it to the River Dragons. Shots are 12-9 in favor of the Thunderbirds, but Columbus has scored twice in the early going. Schnapp getting booed as he goes over to the bench. Greco goes over and gives Salak a little tap there, as I think Salak gave him the business on the way by in the first place. River Dragons with a quick D-zone huddle here. Petrantonio to take this face-off. In across from Panachik, who has Pastuca lined up right behind him. Face-off one back by the River Dragons. He'll try the right side. Here's Moore. Looking for Jemaev on the left wing. He'll chase it into the corner. No icing. Jemaev trying to bounce off his man. Tied up down there. Petrantonio on the pile. Poses it out around to the left point. LaBelle to the right side. Greco off the dasher. Feeds it deep. Jemaev to the far side. Petrantonio in that pile as well. Now pulled out onto the near wing. Petrantonio battling to keep it in. Puck away to the slot. Kept in off Moore. Moore to the right side, looking in front, dancing behind the net, out the far side, took a chop, no call. Moore far dot, wrist shot, and that ricochets all the way out of the zone. Moore with a word to the referee about that one. He actually took his hand off the stick when he got hit. 4:17 to go here in the first. 2-0 River Dragons. Moore's got one of the two goals as Aldworth brings it ahead. Left side, Aldworth with speed. His wrist shot handled by Bannock. He'll hold. 4:05 to go in the first. 2-0 Columbus in the lead. We'll come back with more in a moment. This is River Dragons hockey. This is River Dragon.
Spring has sprung. From mowing and mulching to planning and hauling, tackle any job that comes your way with quality John Deere equipment from Sun South. And during our spring sales event at Sun South, save more on our great selection of John Deere tractors and mowers with store-wide specials and financing as low as 0.9%. So why wait another season to do more on your property? For quality John Deere equipment, come see us during our spring sales event at Sun South. Equipment for those that do.
Offers expire April 29, 2023. Restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
For Beam, community isn't just a place, it's a state of mind. We believe that when we care together, work together, and even cheer for our favorite teams together, we are closer to what counts. Beam has been improving the way we connect since 1964, not just with technology, but with our communities and with each other, because at Beam, community is not just a place, it's the way we do business. Beam, bringing East Alabama more. It's in our name.
So as we come back to play here, we're going to have a little bit of a delay. And if you're watching on the YouTube, you can see down in the corner, fans literally holding the glass in place. And right now, the ice crew is headed out there to fix that. But they're hanging on to that pane of glass. Number one, they don't want it coming down on them. But how does somebody not bring a ladder, by the way? All right, we'll figure it out. We'll get through this. While we have a moment, why don't we take a 10-second break along the network for station identification?
You're listening to River Dragons Hockey on WKCN HD2 Fort Benning South, Columbus, and W295AY Crystal Valley. 106.9 really rocks.
And so while the game in a delay mode here with 4:05 to go in the first period, why don't we catch you up on what's going on with the scoring here in this one, and then we'll take a look around if we need to at the Zelmo Zip and out-of-town scoreboard. So for the River Dragons, 2 goals that came in a span of 1 minute, 16 seconds. It was Kyle Moore tipping in a point shot from Josh LaBelle. Alexander Jemayev also the assist on that goal to make it 1-0. And then at 7:03, Lane King with a great feed out of the corner right onto the stick of the River Dragons' regular season leading scorer, Jacob Kelly. He buries it his second of the playoffs. Storjahan also an assist, 7:03. And that's how we've arrived here. Several tremendous saves from both goaltenders. Bavick has played well. Brennan Colgan has played well. This game has been as advertised. But why don't we do take a look at the Zelmo Zip and out-of-town scoreboard, since it looks like we've got a moment here. And the other series that will determine who the winner of this series will face for the Commissioner's Cup is underway at Visions Veteran Memorial Arena. That is in Binghamton, New York, where the Black Bears and the Danbury Hat Tricks are tied up at 1 early in the second period there. In the NHL, a couple games going on tonight, battling for their playoff lives. The New York Islanders out to a 1-0 lead over the Carolina Hurricanes at the end of the first period. And one of the old guard for the Islanders, Cal Clutterbuck, ends up with the goal for the Islanders. If you're an Islanders fan, I actually think it's a good omen if Clutterbuck has scored. The other game going on right now is about halfway through the first, and the Bruins and the Panthers have traded early goals. Montour for the Panthers, Bertuzzi for the Bruins. They're tied up at 1. Coming up later on tonight, Dallas with a 3-2 lead in its series with the Wild. That's a 9:30 Eastern puck drop. And Seattle, its first playoff series in year 2 of the franchise, has a chance to eliminate the Colorado Avalanche tonight in Game 6. That is at 10 o'clock Eastern time. By the way, looking ahead to tomorrow, one series is in the books. The Vegas Golden Knights have eliminated the Winnipeg Jets 4-1. But tomorrow you'll have Toronto with a 3-2 lead on Tampa Bay on the road, trying to close out that series. Devils have a 3-2 lead on the Rangers in that series. And the Oilers up 3-2 on the LA Kings. We're starting to get to the little bit of the white knuckle time here. If you're a baseball fan, we can tell you right now, top of the 7th, Minnesota is 8-4 over Kansas City. Top of the 6th, Chicago, Miami are tied at 1. Top of the 3rd, Seattle and Toronto are tied at 1. Top 3, Cleveland 3-1 over Boston. Top of the 4th, Atlanta and the Mets are scoreless. Bottom of the 3rd, the White Sox 2 and Tampa Bay 1. Games coming up a little bit later tonight. You got Yankees at Texas, Phillies at Houston, Angels are at Milwaukee. Arizona's at Colorado, Cincinnati at Oakland, St. Louis is at the LA Dodgers. Postponed tonight, Baltimore at Detroit, and Pittsburgh at Washington. By the way, talking about baseball, why don't we go right ahead and talk about a free baseball clinic that is coming up right here in Columbus, Georgia. It is the Chevy Youth Baseball and Softball Clinic coming here to Columbus Sunday, June 11th, and it's courtesy of your local Chevy dealers. So clinic details, it's for boys and girls of all skill levels, ages 5 to 14. So again, that's ages 5 to 14 in the community. And it is Sunday, June 11th, courtesy of your local Chevy dealers. It's the Chevy Youth Baseball and Softball free clinic. And again, no cost. It'll be right here in Columbus. And let's see if I can get you some details on how to sign up for this guy. So it's going to be at Golden Park, by the way. Want to mention that here. Let me give you the deets, as they say. Check-in is from noon to 1 p.m. on Sunday, June 11th. And clinic rotations run from 1 to 4 p.m. on that day. Dismissal is at 4 o'clock. So to register for the clinic, go to Chevrolet.com/youth-sports. That's Chevrolet.com/youth-sports. Now, once you go there, you're going to click on the clinic registration box and then pick Columbus, Georgia from the pull-down menu. The password, the registration password is play ball. All one word, play ball. So I'm going to go over it one more time. Chevrolet.com/youth-sports. Go to the gold clinic registration box. Look for Columbus, Georgia from the drop-down menu. Then the registration password is play ball. All one word, play ball. So that's Sunday, June 11th at Golden Park, right downtown here. Check-ins at noon to 1, and then clinic rotations from 1 to 4 p.m. It's for kids, boys and girls, age 5 through 14, right here in the Columbus community. All right, let's turn our attention back to this on-ice delay here and see what we're doing. Not sure if the glass has been secured or not. There are certainly less fans holding it than there were a moment ago. And they're trying to make sure that everything's okay here. Certainly you don't want an unsafe playing condition. And up there we go. They just popped the stanchion out. Looks like they're going to have to resettle it in there. I think it kind of came out of the seam there. Now they got to replant that stanchion. They wiggle the glass forward. Actually, they're taking the pane out. I guess they're going to have to replace it. Or perhaps replace the stanchion. So this delay coming, by the way, with 4:05 to go in the first period. River Dragons with a 2-0 lead. And boy, we had quite the hockey game going on here. It's actually really good, very intense, and a well-fought game. Both goaltenders have been fantastic in this one. Shots favor Carolina 12-10. But Brendan Colgan has just been standing on his head so far. Boris Babic has made some incredible saves for Carolina as well. And the River Dragons, if you're just joining us, 2 goals, one by Kyle Moore, one by Jacob Kelly. And they have the 2-0 lead. as we're under a glass delay here in the first period. 4:05 left to go in that opening frame. Also want to let everybody know that summertime is here. Might as well keep talking about baseball for a minute, which means baseball season is indeed right around the corner. Don't miss any Chattahoots or Monsters action at Golden Park. Season tickets for the Chattahoots Monsters are now on sale. Head to gohoots.com to purchase your season tickets now. If you purchase Chattahoots season tickets, all the crossover games against the Monsters are included. Both teams are calling Golden Park home this year. So some of those games are technically home games for the Chattahoochee Monsters, but because the Monsters are here this year, if you do buy Hoots season tickets, you will get both in your season ticket package. So again, gohoots.com. The schedule's posted there for both teams, or monstersbb.com. Want to root for the Chattahoochee Monsters? I don't blame you. I get to call games for both teams this summer. That should be a lot of fun. And I think we got it figured out. Indeed we do. We'll get back to hockey now. That's good because that's all the baseball I had for you right now. Face off of you to the right of Boris Babic. 2-0 River Dragons. 4:05 to go in the first. Costello jousting at it. Puck in behind the net. And now here come the Thunderbirds with it. Up the left side. Martin for the pass ahead, but that one is off the mark. Gill turning it ahead for Doe. Doe couldn't knock it out of the zone. Thunderbirds step back in on side. Sweep it towards the net. Ends up behind the goal. On the right side, here's Aldworth getting it across. Gill. Right wing Costello to Aldworth. Aldworth on the wing. Curls back up at the half wall. Into space, to the line. Shot tipped in front. Knocked away by Babic. Costello to Doe on the far side. On the cycle over there, Costello getting it back down towards Doe. Doe trying to hook a ride there, keep the puck in. Can't. Played to center Martin. Bouncing it the other way on the right side. It's tapped away. Nice play by Frazier. At center. Here come the River Dragons. In over the line. Hooked up. Storjahan putting it deep. Costello still out there on the change. Trying to tie it up in the corner. And it goes off King. Storjahan ended up with it for a moment. Baker clears it away for the Thunderbirds. Out to center. Grebenikov will dump it in. Colgan out to play the rolling puck. Flings it up the far side wall into the skates of Kelly. Kelly trying to chop at it. Tied up on the far side by Keplinger. Kelly steps away with it. Kelly got whacked, and again, no penalty. Right side, here's Vanelli into the rush with a wrist shot. Babic the save, no rebound. He'll hold for a draw to his left at 2:38 to go in the first. 2-0. River Dragons in the lead. Draw is controlled by the Thunderbirds. Carolina moving it to center. Keplinger with it. He'll dump it in on the right side. King lost his stick there. Petrie has to go back after it. We'll get it over to Vanelli. Vanelli through center. Lost it back the other way. It's stolen Butita. Butita leaving it off. Rowe with a shot off the goal post. There's another chance in front. Knocked away by Colgan. Petrie getting it back across now. Vanelli on the right side. Banks it through center. River Dragons trying to hustle for a change here. Thunderbirds will also change it up. Pastuca ends up with it. In over the line. Petrantonio took it away. Right side to Mort. Mort cutting in. Past one. Mort driving wide. Ends up in behind the net. More to the far side. Up to the left point. LaBelle quickly right side. Greco. He's got a lane. Shot tipped in front. That one finds the wall. Back to the right point. Greco again with a lane. Looking through traffic. Couldn't thread it through. Came all the way back to him. Right side for Petrantonio. His shot off a shin to LaBelle. LaBelle fires it far corner. Babic will paddle it away. Petrantonio over to the left side. Back up top to LaBelle. LaBelle looking in front, has a screen. Shot missed the net. Around to the right point, Greco holding. He lets it go again. Shot is blocked in front by the D. Thunderbirds just clear it out. That may be an icing. It is. LaBelle back for the touch with 1:08 left to go in the first. And that's a tired line out there for the Thunderbirds. Face-off will be to the left of Babick. Let's see if the River Dragons can take advantage here. Petrantonio is saying that Pastuca should be back out there, not Schnapp, and he's right. Pastuca should be out on the ice. And they snuck him off. 2/3 of the check line is still out there. Doe with it on the wing. Feeding it into space at the right point. Greco with a shot. Score! I guess it just doesn't matter if they snuck a guy off. 24 should have been out there. Well, how about Columbus's 24? Michael Greco with a wrist shot from the point that glances in off the near post and makes it 3-0 River Dragons with 58.1 to go. Greco scores in his first game back in a couple of weeks. His playoff debut for this season. Gotta love it. Dylan Allworth pick up the assists on the goal. Puck back into the River Dragons' end here. Ford down low on the left side. He is rubbed out beyond the play. Puck around to the left point. Waiting there is Grebennikov. Right back down the left side wall. Ford feeds it to the right point. Kennedy's long shot missed. Columbus trying to clear. They do bounce it out to center. Grebennikov will wedge it back in. 14 seconds to go in the period. Gill, near side. Plays it back down low. Frazier up the left wing. Here comes Columbus in. Jamaeff a shot. That one tipped wide, and that'll do it for the period. So Columbus, a big first period. Huge offensive surge. They score 3 times. And I don't think you could have drawn it up any better for the River Dragons to start this series at home, to score 3 times. And even after the glass delay, I was a little concerned there about whether Columbus was going to come back with enough steam, if Carolina might have finally found an opening and a chance to make something happen, but they did not. Columbus stayed sharp, stayed motivated, and they get a late goal out of Michael Greco. And that makes it a 3-0 River Dragons lead. We're going to take a break and head on into the first period intermission report, which is brought to you by Chick-fil-A. When we come back, we will hear from River Dragons assistant captain Jay Krupp. And then we will take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard presented by Selmo's Zip In. We'll also look inside the numbers, recap the scoring for you, and a whole lot more coming your way in just a moment. 20 minutes into the Continental Division Final, Game 1. The River Dragons lead it 3-0. Back of the more in a moment. This is River Dragons Playoff Hockey.
Hello there. My name is Seychelle, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the punch of flavors that's unlike any other. You get the crispy tenderness of the chicken and that hint of sourness from the pickles. Ta-da!
Hey, I'm Juan, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is you know you're going to get chicken that's crispy, golden, and juicy. This is the gold standard of chicken sandwiches.
Order the original Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real customers paid for their testimonials.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. We all count on our home's electrical outlets to provide us the power we need when we need it. But sometimes an overloaded circuit can lead to a blown outlet, so leave it to the pros at Mr. Sparky. We'll get it done right and get it done safely. Call now for $50 off electrical repairs.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Limitations and restrictions may apply. Independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
Oral and maxillofacial surgeons Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
Columbus, Georgia is considered by some as the hockey town of the South, boasting pro hockey since 1996. But 80 years before that first puck drop, another Chattahoochee Valley favorite got its start, Piggly Wiggly. Come on down to find a great selection of fresh meats and produce for your family's next meal or your next tailgate. We're proud to root for the hometown River Dragons because we've been the hometown team since forever. Piggly Wiggly, down home, down the street.
When the River Dragons have a breakdown, the puck can end up in the back of the net. But when your car has a breakdown, you need a reliable tow partner. Trust the tow company the River Dragons depend on, Tuffy's Towing. Tuffy's tows many types of vehicles in the Chattahoochee Valley. Call 706-457-0985 for a quote or go online to tuffystowing.com. Tuffy's, we tow more than just cars.
Hello, all you River Dragons fans out there. I'm Chief Meteorologist Eric Kincaid here with a look at your forecast. If you're heading out late on this Friday night, weather looking just fine. Temperatures dropping from the lower 70s to the lower 60s with mostly clear skies and dry conditions. Now, heading into Saturday, temperatures in the upper 50s to start things off, but we're going to be back in the low and mid 80s by the afternoon. Outdoor plans like baseball games, spring festivals, yard sales, or things like that, well, most of the day is going to be dry for you. No issues there. Rain-free conditions sticking around at least through the early evening hours. Then the chance for rain and storms increases into Saturday night, and that could stick around into Sunday too. So we're going to watch for a few strong storms along the way. A cold front also moving in Sunday, cooling things down a bit with temperatures in the low to mid 70s for afternoon highs. Next week, a bit cool, lows in the 40s through early Thursday of next week, early Thursday morning, but conditions staying dry through that time frame. Now you can track any weekend rain using the WTVM weather app, and we'll be back for you on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Welcome back on the Chick-fil-A First Intermission Report. We're joined once again by Assistant Captain Jay Krupp. Welcome back on the Chick-fil-A First Intermission Report. We're joined once again by Assistant Captain Jay Krupp. And Krupp, you get through that Motor City series with a 2-0 sweep. Look back at that one for us just a little bit. How do you feel like the team performed?
I think we're playing our best hockey right now. I mean, we went on the road on Friday and went in there and took care of our job and came out with the win. And then obviously everybody knows what happened Saturday. We just kept the train rolling.
The outburst on Saturday night, 5 goals, put you in a comfortable spot. But boy, the mindset there, I know some teams, maybe lesser teams, might have picked the foot off the gas a little bit.
Yeah, no, I mean, Jerome's been harping on us all year, being a 60-minute team. And I feel that, we're doing our job right now as being a complete 60-minute team. And, everyone's buying in.
You and I talked about the intensity picking up and also the level of play picking up. Are you feeling that even more now this week?
Oh, definitely. I mean, obviously, this is the division finals. Winner goes to the finals. And, we want to keep our streak alive of being in the finals every year. And, going against our rival, Carolina, it's going to be an intense series. And I think our guys are ready.
I was going to say, as if you needed more motivation, Carolina's the opponent.
No, yeah, it's going to be a war out there, and I think everyone's excited. And honestly, this is what we wanted. We wanted Carolina.
And this is the chance to really showcase for you guys. I know the season series maybe a little disappointing. It was 4-5-1 at the end of it all, but I know you guys felt like you're better than that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you want to win in the regular season and win your division, but ultimately all that matters is winning the championship. So, I mean, we got a chance to, a chance of redemption on them and chance to get back to the finals.
All right, Jay, thanks for joining us. Best of luck.
Thanks.
All right, back with more of the Chick-fil-A First Intermission Report in just a moment.
Columbus is the perfect place to take care of everything your vehicle needs. From preventive maintenance to alignments, brakes, oil changes, and more, your friends at Complete Tire and Service have you covered. Need tires? Buy 3, get 1 free for passenger vehicles. Call 706-321-8133 to set up your appointment. 321-8133. Complete Tire and Service on the web at ctstires.com.
Hydrolife Therapy in Old Town is your one-stop recovery shop to get you back to 100%. With IV therapy treatments, cryotherapy, and compression therapy all under one roof. Hydrolife treatments are packed with nutrients to increase energy and boost your immune system. Join the IV League today for the most affordable way to feel better, look better, and start accomplishing more. Online at hydrolifetherapy.com/Columbus. Hydrolife Therapy. Start living your best life.
While the River Dragons handle pests on the ice, Orkin takes care of rodents and pests at your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Orkin creates a custom pest plan specifically for you. Orkin can help eliminate and control mice, bed bugs, ants, roaches, stinging insects, and cockroaches, just to name a few. Remember, they're not happy until you're happy, so visit Orkin.com for a free estimate and trust the only pest control service the Dragons trust, Orkin. Now, if they could just control sea wolves and Thunderbirds.
Heroes of Valhalla is your go-to place for all of your gunsmithing and firearms needs. They also specialize in Cerakote finishing as well as hydro dipping, which offers over 1,000 different pattern options. Check them out online at heroesofvalhalla.us or stop by the shop at 6320 Bradley Park Drive in Columbus. They're open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Online at heroesofvalhalla.us.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo Zip-In. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We are proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
Welcome back to the Chick-fil-A First Intermission Report. Tom Callahan here with you as we are through 20 minutes of play. Game 1 of the Continental Division Final. And the River Dragons with a 3-0 lead early here, 20 minutes into it. Wow, what a start for Columbus. My thanks to Jay Krupp for joining us here in the first period intermission. And let's take a look back at the River Dragons scoring in that period as they ended up jumping out fairly early on this Carolina Thunderbirds team, and honestly, that was the game plan. We knew it. We heard it from head coach Bicharp. We heard it from Jay Krupp there again, reiterated in that first period interview, and just to get out, get on top of Carolina and play River Dragons hockey as opposed to letting Carolina dictate the pace, kind of come at them a little bit. That's really not what the River Dragons want to do, was sit back and have that happen. So they were fortunate enough, the River Dragons, to, come out and really jump on the Thunderbirds not once but twice. 5:47 the first goal, and that came from Kyle Moore tipping in a point shot. And from the left point, Josh LaBelle with a shot that got through the traffic in front. Moore was able to get a tip and deflected in past Boris Babbitt. And looking for them to add an assist here, they have not yet to Jamaev. 5:47 time of the goal. But then a minute 16 seconds later, it was Jacob Kelly's turn to score his second of the postseason from King and Storjahan. And King in the far side corner, working the puck around behind the net. Storjahan to King in the far corner. He feeds it right up top to Kelly. One-time shot from the dot, beats Babbitt. And very quickly it was 2-0. Well, then we got a bit of a glass delay, and that happened with 4:05 to go in the first period. The couple of shifts that happened after that were a bit of a slog as both teams were standing around for probably 15 minutes. But then they got it done. And after that, the River Dragons got it going again late in the period after an icing call. And, it's funny, the River Dragons a couple of times here late in the season have managed to cash in on a situation where it has been important for the River Dragons to take advantage of a tired team out on an icing, control the face-off, end up scoring goals, and they do it again here. And this time it's Aldworth and Doe who set up Michael Greco from the right point. Greco with a shot that finds its way in just inside the near post. As a matter of fact, caught a piece of the post on the way in. But a great shot by Greco, a low wrister to the glove side that Boris Babic had trouble picking up through the traffic. So a great job by the River Dragons, finds them up 3-0 after one period of play. They end up out shooting Carolina 13-12 in the period, but for most of that period, Carolina was leading that shots on goal parade. And even though, as I mentioned during the call of the play, there were a couple of slashes that went uncalled, but no power plays for either side in that opening period. And so we have yet to see a special teams battle emerge in this one, but that's no real surprise. That's kind of how the postseason has gone. Even in the Motor City games, the River Dragons only had 5 power plays, and they faced 5 power plays. Things evened out, 3 in one game, 2 in the other. So nothing crazy or out of the ordinary about the fact that they're just letting them play right now. Unfortunately for Carolina, if you're a Carolina fan, it's not helping your team. And the River Dragons have done a nice job matching the lines, putting the Petrantonio unit out there against that Czech line. And they have found a way to come out 3-0 up on Carolina. This is huge for the River Dragons. This is the only game of the series that's at home. It's a best of 3. They need to win tonight and then try to close it out either tomorrow or Sunday in Carolina. So keep your fingers crossed, River Dragons fans, but a great start so far. One period in, it looks good. Hopefully it does continue to stay that way. Let's take a look at the Zelmo Zip and Out of Town scoreboard for you. Zelmo's has been fueling life's passions since 1999. The other game going on right now, well, how about this? Binghamton, towards the end of the second period, now with a 4-1 lead on Danbury. Unbelievable that the Black Bears led 1-0. Game was tied at 1. Now it's 4-1 Binghamton. And the Black Bears have scored 3 times in the second period. And that's a big lead, but it is at home at Binghamton tonight, and if they can hold on to that victory, boy, that's a huge win to start that best-of-3 series. In the NHL for you, Islanders have a 1-0 lead over the Carolina Hurricanes. That's now into the second period. Clutterbuck the goal scorer there. Panthers with a 2-1 lead at the end of the first over the Bruins. Montour and Kachuk with the goals for the Panthers, Bertuzzi for the Bruins. Later tonight, Stars at Wild. That's at 9:30. Dallas leads that series 3-2. Then at 10 o'clock, Seattle with a chance to close out the Avalanche in Game 6. 10 p.m. Eastern on the puck drop. Kraken lead that series 3-2 as well. We'll take a break. That's it for the Chick-fil-A First Period Intermission Report. When we come back, time to drop the puck on period number 2. River Dragons with a 3-0 lead over the Carolina Thunderbirds. This is the Continental Division Final. Game 1 in the best of 3. Back with more in a moment. This is River Dragons Hockey.
(1964), not just with technology, but with our communities and with each other, because at Beam, community is not just a place, it's the way we do business. Beam, bringing East Alabama more. It's in our name.
Columbus Diagnostic Center, the area's clear choice for diagnostic imaging. CDC Northside features the area's first and only 3T MRI, the most powerful MRI available, and our new 64-slice CT scanner, cutting-edge imaging that's available at both locations. For over 30 years, patient comfort, lower costs, and uncompromising dedication remain our top priority. Clearer results for a more accurate diagnosis. Columbus Diagnostic Center and CDC Northside. Technology with a human touch.
An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston Sports Medicine Team provides urgent ortho care, Saturday morning injury clinics during hockey season, and an emergency room at Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation and care can be a game changer too. For more information, go to Houston.com. or call 706-324-6661.
Can you feel your heart beating right out of your chest?
Back here at the Columbus Civic Center, getting set for period number 2. Tom Callahan here with you in the Harvey Lumber press box. River Dragons with a 3-0 lead. Boy, what a great start to the game, but plenty more hockey to go in this game, in this series. If you are just joining us, maybe you're new to the FPHL. This is the Continental Division Final. The winner of each division final, Continental Division and Empire Division, will meet for the Commissioner's Cup. And that matchup will start sometime next week. This series may finish either Saturday or Sunday. This is game 1. It is a best of 3. And the River Dragons with a 3-0 lead after 1 period of play. Columbus is hopeful and certainly capable of holding this lead and maybe even extending it here to start period number 2, as right now we're letting the rest of the clock tick down from the intermission here. And Binghamton and Danbury, the other 2 teams going head-to-head tonight. That is game 1 of that series. And Binghamton's got a 4-1 lead right now. In the second period of that one, a little bit of a surprise. So here we go. River Dragons rolling right to left in front of the Harvey Lumber press box location for period number 2. Period number 2 is brought to you by Kinetic Credit Union. We're underway. Columbus controls the draw. They'll start it out. LaBelle up the left side, looking for Jemaeff. Jemaeff at the line, sends it in. Around the rim it goes, right point, Greco. He puts it in on goal. Oh, just missed Jemaeff. It was tipped off the D in front. Jemaeff just couldn't quite get a stick to it. Played around towards LaBelle, pinching at the left point. Seals it off on the wall. Puck stays in. To an open wing. Right side in. Petrantonio. Backdoor feed. Jemaeff. They score. I don't know if that went in off the Carolina defender or if it's Jemaeff's goal. But just 34 seconds into the second period, the River Dragons, it is an Alexander Jemaeff marker, 4-0. No such thing as easing into the period. Boy, this line has been very good all game on both ends of the ice, and that's it for Boris Babick. Greg Hussey is going to come into the game. And Babick slams the door to the bench. I don't blame him. It's a tough one. And I honestly can't say that he's played poorly. I think he made some great saves in the first period. But now it's Gregory Hussey into the game. And here's the call of the goal. icing against Carolina. LaBelle's got his second assist of the night. In the regular season, Hussey was 8-7-3 with a 3.63 goals against, 895 save percentage. Has not had a playoff appearance. So let's see if the River Dragons can get to him early. They're going to try here with a shot from the slot by Kelly. Tipped on a play, and Storjahan looks like he might have been injured behind the play. He's down, and Frazier getting in the face of one of the Thunderbirds. I did not see what happened to Storjahan, who is still down on the ice. I don't even think we were getting a penalty out of it. I have to ask my intrepid producer, Drew Peirce. Drew, did you see what happened there? He did not see it either. Oh, man, this is a blow to the River Dragons if Storjahan is unable to continue. He's still down on the ice. At least he's sitting up, but he is not feeling well. He gets off the ice under his own power. That's a plus, but he's not really putting any weight on that left foot. And now, the discussion will involve the linesmen. What did they see? What happened? It was on the far side. The puck was on the near side. There was a scoring chance for Kelly as he drove to the left side of the ice. Storjahan was on the far side of the ice near the top of the circle and then went down. But I was following the play and didn't see anything there. And now they need the other linesman to come over and talk. Brandon, do we have a replay by any chance? Do we have a replay of anything that happened there? No, we don't have an angle on it, unfortunately. I was hoping we might have been able to catch something, maybe even out of a corner of the frame, but we don't seem to have that one. So now, let's see what comes out of this, if anything. There may not be a penalty called if no one saw it. Faceoff will stay in the Thunderbirds' end, and I don't know that we're going to get anything called. We are not. So no power play. Well, you know, that's going to stick in the craw of the Columbus River Dragons. Now, right off the faceoff, Aldworth with a backhand attempt. That hits a leg in front. Now it's cleared out through center, and here's a chance for Rowe trying to walk in. Gill steers him wide. Puck is centered right back through the slot. Nobody there for it. Austin Doe up with it. And get it to the right side. Here's Aldworth. Aldworth flips it into the corner. He'll go get it. Aldworth tried to sweep it around. Didn't get much of it. Played around to the left point, but Gill holds it in with a little pass into the slot. Dangling Costello, backing up, wrist shot wide. Around to the right point, here's Frazier. Frazier with a shot. That pinballs into the corner. Doe tried to center. It deflects back to the far side. Here's Aldworth on the cycle. And he'll send it around the rim. In behind the net it goes. Firth, chased by Costello, has to go far side. Now the puck almost picked off. River Dragons, are they able to keep it in? Jemayeff at the line, out on the change, and he lost it as he was closed off there. Butita back the other way with Rowe. Butita weaving in, leaving it at the line, chopped away by Moore. 2 minutes into the second, 4-0 your score. River Dragons in the lead. Oh boy, that puck just missed the face of, I think that was Moore. Puck dumped back in on Colgan, and he fell into the linesman. I don't think it hit him, but it was close. Here's a chance for the Thunderbirds in with a shot, ripped high over top of the net there by Pastuca. Now Pastuca on the right side. Butita caught out there on that change, and Butita with a chop on Jemayeff. Well, they've just been letting the slashes go tonight. I feel like I'm watching lacrosse. 2:40 into the second. River Dragons up 4-0 now. And, well, that's your first penalty of the game right there. Storjahan pulls down Zylec. Now, mind you, that was a dumb, blatant penalty. But I'm surprised that was called, given the dumb, blatant slashes that were let go. So, Storjahan into the box. They'll pick up the tripping call. I don't ask for much. I just want a standard upheld. 2:49. Time of the power play. First one for either side. Thunderbirds. Out of the power play means the River Dragons on the first Franklin Financial penalty kill. Personal loans at the speed of light. Thunderbirds go to work setting it up on the far side of the ice. They'll work it into the near side corner. Is Panachik. Behind the net, Pastuca. Around to the left side, Kennedy chasing it to the left point. Back to Pastuca on the left half wall. In space, there's a shot by Zylec. Nice tip, but a save Colgan. And now falling over a discarded stick over there. Zylec couldn't hold on to the puck. Out it goes. Ford has to go all the way back to his own end for it. Thunderbirds on the regroup. We'll bring it in. Pastuca leaves it off of the line. Gets it back on the left side. To the point, Kennedy. Right side, Ford. Ford, left point, Kennedy. To the near dot. Keplinger up top to Ford. Right point. His shot through traffic. Right into the guts of Brendan Colgan. Boy, Colgan will take those all day long. 1 minute to go in the first Franklin Financial penalty kill. Storjahan in the box for tripping. Not quite 4 minutes into this second period, presented by Kinetic Credit Union. Face-off will be to the left of Colgan. And now the River Dragons break it out. Looking for a short-handed chance is Kelly. Kelly up the right side. Little spinorama, but he couldn't hold the puck. Firth after it behind the net. And he'll regroup. Gave the crowd a bit of a rise there. Try to go the old Denny Savard. Right side here, Schnapp at the point, feeding it over the left side, but the puck ricochets away, and Kelly's able to clear before he's pulled down. Now he gave a chop at Baker. Baker went back after him. And we are going to get a call against Baker by... And it was the trailing official. I can't believe... Or no, it wasn't the trailing official. Pardon me, it was the lead official who was way on the other side of the ice in the other corner. He's the one who calls a penalty. At least it was called, I guess, but just kind of weird. So another tripping call. And this one comes at 4:21. So there is 29 seconds of 4-on-4 to be had. Baker into the box, so that counts as a Abercrombie Bonding successful penalty kill. And then the River Dragons will head on to the Georgia power play in another 29 seconds here. 4-on-4, plenty of ice though. Face off left of the Thunderbirds net. And the backup goaltender Hussey has not seen a shot yet. He came into the game after Babbitt gave up goal number 4. Oh, we had a little sound system issue there. Yeah, that's not good. Aldworth leaving it back off for LaBelle. River Dragons will wait. Now out of the box is Storjahan. And on to the Georgia power play for a minute and a half. 5 minutes gone in the second. 4-0 Columbus. They'll dump it in. Left side, here's King into the corner. King with the puck. Up top, Frazier. Up high in the blue line, into the near side corner. King in front. That one tipped over top of the net. Fed around to the right point. Frazier, Storjahan. Frazier up top. Far dot, gets it back. Frazier to his right. Doesn't shoot. Switches with Petrantonio. Petrantonio up top. He'll let it go. Hussey the save. 5.5 minutes into the second period. 4-0 River Dragons. 51 seconds left to go on that Georgia power play. We're back with more in a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey. Columbus.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
What's up, Columbus, Phoenix City, and all the bi-state area? This is Mike Costello of the Mike Costello Law Firm. Once we take on a car wreck case, it's not just about law. It is our duty to provide and to give that client the best possible experience. If you think you need us, call or text us. We got you. Michael G. Costello, 1301 First Avenue, Suite 101, Columbus, 31901, 762-221-5616.
Time for your mind, so it locks and loads.
5.5 minutes gone here in the second period. 4-0. River Dragons in the lead over the Carolina Thunderbirds. Game 1 of the Continental Division Final. Best of 3 series. Columbus off to a pretty darn good start here. 51 seconds left in that Georgia power play. First one of the night for the River Dragons. Face off to the left of Greg Hussey, who is now in the game. Bannock gave up 4 goals against. And he saw 15 shots, so 11 saves on his record. River Dragons win the draw. And they'll set up. Here's a feed in front of the slot. Oh, that was tipped away just before it got to Costello. Schnapp able to clear. River Dragons pushing back up. Dumped in from center by Jemayev. Hussey out to play it. Flips it up the far side glass. Around to the right point it comes. Bouncing puck in the air. Nice job by Frazier. Hand-eye to keep it in, but now it's sent out and down. Colgan out for the bouncing puck. Flicks it away in the backhand. Frazier ahead. 13 seconds in the power play. Pass on to the wing. Costello leaving into space. Here's Jemayev. Jemayev on the left side. Walks in. Half wall. Jemayev backhands it up to the point. Costello gets it over. Right side Frazier. Frazier through traffic, tipped in front by King, just wide. Power play is over. Back to 5-on-5. Storage a hand in the corner. To King. Left point. Costello walks in. He's got a seam. Walks around one. Costello, wrist shot. Oh, he just missed the net. Now it's flipped away and out to center as we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. River Dragons 0 for 1 on that Georgia power play. Dumped in off the glass. Ooh, bouncer right in on Hussey, and he elects to take a knee. Don't blame him. Slow it down, get the whistle. Face-off will be to the right of the Thunderbirds net. Allworth in for the draw between Krupp and Doe. And that draw is one back into the corner. Grebenikov will swing it around to Kennedy. Rowe trying to blow the zone here, and that puck ends up in the bench. Look out. But right off the face-off, Thunderbirds trying to go for the breakaway to Lucas Rowe. He just takes off up the middle of the ice with a draw win. And that's something the River Dragons are very aware of. And took a look at a lot of tape for the Thunderbirds, and they know when those are coming. Once again, Thunderbirds win the draw. They swing it around towards the left point. Petrie trying to hold it in, cannot. Ends up with it at center. He's tied up in the wall. Petrie battling. Puck ends up back to Jay Krupp, who was covering. Krupp will dump it in. River Dragons up on the forecheck here. Thunderbirds trying to move out with it. Kennedy. Left side, back into the right wing to Rowe. Rowe looking to flip it into space, gets it across, right in on Colgan. He holds. Face-off will be to the left of Brennan Colgan, who's had a bit of a quieter period here, but boy, was he absolutely just critical to the first period success. A couple of massive saves, including one where he made 3 straight stops in short order. Face off to the left of Colgan. Tied up on the dot. They kick away at it, pulled out by Petrantonio. He'll break ahead. Petrantonio had it taken away at center by Ford. And yeah, Gus Ford's playing some D here. Here's Salak trying to break in. Although I'm sure Ford, being the league MVP and leading scorer in the FPHL this year on defense, means he's just going to jump into the play and try to generate offense. Puck backhanded away to center. Here's Jemayeff up for the River Dragons. And he tried a shot. That was blocked. Jemayeff, after his own rebound, though, behind the net, picks it up. Feeds it around to the near side to Moore. Moore's got some space. He'll try to work it free of Ford in the corner. Moore still with it down there. 2 of them tying him up. He got it over towards Jemayeff. Jemayeff up the half wall. Trying to set the cycle over there. Moore back up, tied up by Ford. Thunderbirds pull it out. Get the puck ahead. Ford onto the wing. Pastuca onto the wall, but he coughed it up right to King. King back ahead. Here's Storjahan. Storjahan up the left side. He'll dump it in. River Dragons finishing a change here. And it's flung back out by Carolina. Rowe waiting at the far blue line, taken away by King. He'll get it ahead to Storjahan. Storjahan room in the left wing with a wrist shot. Missed on the stick side. Just past that near post. River Dragons really haven't tested Greg Hussey much since he entered the game. It's 4-0 Columbus, coming up on 9 minutes into the second. Babick started the second, but that was all. He gave up a goal in the first minute and got yanked. Gill trying to pull the puck free, turned over, puck right in front of shot. Colgan saved point blank. Rebound up the slot is cleared away. Another huge stop from Brendan Colgan. Boy, oh boy, Brendan Colgan has absolutely been worth his salt in this one. Puck cleared off the glass and back down it goes. River Dragons chasing into the right side corner. Aldworth sent it right through the crease. Ricochets towards the point. Cleared out, but nice read by Austin Doe. He got back, took it away, moved it right back in. Aldworth trying to cut free. He's knocked down, penalty coming up. And Butita got the leg out. He's going to be called for tripping. Could have been kneeing. As he stuck that leg out there. Almost went knee on knee with Aldworth. Lucky he didn't. Oh, you hate to see that. But Butita was beaten cleanly on that one. Had really no other recourse than to pull him down. 9:44, time of the penalty. River Dragons onto their second Georgia Power play. And they will go to work here. Puck up top, Frazier onto the right side, fed down low side of the net. Jemayeff backhand in front off a D, almost went in. Costello up top to Frazier. Costello left point to the left corner. Shot by Moore. Stopped by Hussey. Moore, left half wall, left point, Costello. Back down, bottom of the circle, Moore. Moore, backdoor feed, didn't quite make it through to Jemayeff. Moore, up top, Costello, looking across the ice. Now lets it go, wrist shot wide. Petrantonio tried to feed it in front, came back to him behind the net. Petrantonio out the near side. Costello has Frazier, gives it to him. Frazier. Far circle, gets it back up top. Frazier to the right side. Right half wall. Jemayeff to Moore, down low far circle. Moore tried to stick handle out of trouble, lost it. Kennedy with a chance to clear as he rounds the net, and he will. Colgan knocks it down for Frazier. Both teams change. .48 seconds to go in the Georgia Power play. 9 minutes to go in the second. 4-0 River Dragons. Puck cleared. Nope, hit King. King will feed it around to the right point. LaBelle backing up at the blue line. Right half wall. King into the slot. Here's Kelly backing up. Waits. Tried to slide a pass through. And a diving block by Kennedy. Puck off LaBelle at the line. And now a short-handed chance developing. But it rolls away from Martin. Martin on the wall. Forced into the corner by LaBelle. And then he put the puck into the skates of Jay Krupp, but that hit the referee. And now Martin back with it in the corner, trying to stick handle his way free. Nice job by Martin, really killing some time. That'll be the end of the power play. 6 seconds to go on the man advantage. River Dragons pushing ahead. Aldworth, right side, or King, pardon me. King backdoor sheet, score! Jay Krupp! Jay Krupp at the near post puts away a tremendous cross-crease pass from King. It's not a power play goal, but it is a 5-0 River Dragons lead. Boy, Lane King, his passing game is absolutely on point. Up the left side, here's Aldworth. Aldworth trying to drive it off the rush. He almost made it around the D. Puck turned over, high slot chance for Greco, and that one is ripped to the glass. Kept around to the far side. Vanelli up front right now. Puck tied up in the far corner. Doe can't keep it in Butita. River Dragons trying to reset here as the Thunderbirds push through center. It's 5-0 Columbus. Petrie tying up in the near corner with Rowe. Rowe breaks free, far side. Vanelli watching him pass in front. Oh, off the left mitt of Colgan as he reached up to get that bouncer. And now Columbus away. Aldworth, right side, by himself. Aldworth in space, toe drag, wrist shot, and a glove save. Hussey, he'll hold on. 7:11 to go in the second. 5-0 Columbus. Game 1, Continental Division Final. This is River Dragons hockey. This is River.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
For Beam, community isn't just a place, it's a state of mind. We believe that when we care together, work together, and even cheer for our favorite teams together, we are closer to what counts. Beam has been improving the way we connect since 1964, not just with technology, but with our communities and with each other. Because at Beam, community is not just a place, it's the way we do business. Beam, bringing East Alabama more. It's in our name.
Back here in the Harvey Lumber press box, Tom Callahan here with you. It is 5-0. Columbus in the lead right now. Here at the Columbus Civic Center, game 1 of this best-of-3 series. The River Dragons don't have home ice. This is their only game at home in the series, but they're doing everything they can to make sure that they do a tremendous job. 7:11 to go in this second period. Boy, Columbus would love to head to Carolina up 1-0 in this series, but they have to finish it off here. They win the draw in the Thunderbird zone. Here's Jemayeff into the corner. And pin his check up. That's Firth. Firth trying to move it free. Bioni back towards Firth on the left side. Salak to center. He is shouldered but fought through it. Petrantonio getting back, though. Nice job there to back check by Petrantonio. Again, the matchup tonight has been more Jemayeff Petrantonio against this Salak, Panachik, and Pastuca line, and it's worked well. Thunderbirds on the regroup, 6.5 to go in the second. Puck swatted away at the line by Petrantonio, and now it's picked up at center, left side moving in. Here's a chance laying on the wall for Lane King. King spinning free of a check, finally lost it over there in the pile. Thunderbirds away to center. Up the left side, here's Panachik in with a wrist shot, tipped over top of the net and into the netting, in fact. We get a whistle. Well, River Dragons fans, don't miss out on our crossover jersey auction. It's live right now on the Dash app. And there's a chance to snag some authentic River Dragons jerseys. The Dash auction closes at 11:30 p.m. Saturday night. You can set your watch by that. Whatever's up on Dash during the week will close at 11:30 p.m. on Saturday night. So if there happens to be a Saturday night game, even during the regular season, you come here, you see something, you're like, maybe I'll go home and bid. You have time. Download the Dash app today and then select Columbus Sports as your favorite team. You'll get all the updates on auctions as they're ongoing and, of course, notified of the new ones as well. 5-0 Columbus, 6 minutes and counting to go in the second. Thunderbirds trying to set the cycle in the River Dragon zone. High slot, Keplinger with a shot off the goal post. Second post of the game for the Thunderbirds. Now a bouncer the other way. Here's Doe. Tried to get to it in space. Doe tied up towards the wall. Gill pushed it down low. Here's a chance cutting in front. Costello feeds it over. And a left pad save there on Aldworth. Hussey got just enough to deflect it wide. Here's Ford on the wing. Driving in the backhand. Cut off by Colgan at the right post. Thunderbirds on it again. Rapp attempt in front. That one is blocked. Pushed back into the corner by Frazier. Keplinger still with it. Fighting through a check. Leaves to the right point. Kennedy's shot that hit a body. Caroms to the far corner. Baker down low. Feed to the slot. Picked off. And just lazily wedged down the ice. River Dragons going to try to change up as many bodies as they can here. They'll get 4 out of the 5. Stretch pass the other way. Salak in space. LaBelle got back to put a body on him. Left pad save anyway by Colgan. Now Petrantonio up the ice. Now race right side. River Dragons attacking the wing. Here's Moore driving the net. Cutting it on goal. Save Hussey. And he holds before Jamaeff arrives. 4:46 to go in the second period. 5-0 River Dragons. Game 1 of the Continental Division Final. We're back with more in just a moment on River Dragons Hockey.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
So you've got projects to do around your home. You got Harvey Lumber for that. You've decided to finally get that large deck built in the back for family fun and entertaining like you've been dreaming about for so long. You got Harvey Lumber for that. From replacing a few boards to replacing all the windows to building from the ground up, you've got Harvey Lumber for that. It's kind of like that old saying, there's an app for that. Well, whatever you need in the way of building supplies, there's been a Harvey Lumber for that in the Chattahoochee Valley for over 150 years. Harvey Lumber Company, 815th Street, open Monday through Friday, 7 to 5.
As we come back here at the Columbus Civic Center, 5-0 River Dragons with a lead over Carolina. Shots 22 for each team. But Columbus, Chase starter Boris Babick, 4 goals on 14 shots. Greg Hussey has slowed the bleeding, hasn't stopped it entirely. He did give up 1. But Carolina has given itself a chance to get back in this hockey game here. They have hit a couple of goalposts in this one, and the River Dragons have just found ways to score on their opportunities. That's really the difference in the game, is Columbus has been able to score when presented the chance. Brendan Colgan has been outstanding. Back the other way, Panachik will dump it in, and there's Colgan handling at the side of his crease. He'll elect to bring it in and hang on. 4:15 to go in the second period here. And again, because this is a best of 3, a huge win tonight if the River Dragons can get it. Because this is the only game at home in the series in a best of 3. The next 2 tomorrow night, Sunday, both in Carolina. Face off to the left of Colgan. One back by Storjahan. Around it goes. King waiting on the far side. He'll move it ahead. Storjahan had it knocked away by Pastuca. Greco will try the right side. Puck tipped down the ice by King, but that could be icing, and it is. King wasn't quite at the stripe at center. 4 minutes remaining here in this second period. Face-off will be to the right of Brennan Colgan. It'll be King in for the draw across from Keplinger. Tied up on the dot. Thunderbirds control. Quick shot. Save Colgan on that wrister there from Panachik. Puck up top. Here's Schwoebel with a roller. Puts it towards the net. Bouncing it on goal. Big save, Colgan. Kelly trying to swat that one ahead. Tipped out through center. Storjahan pulling onto the left side. Moving in. Leaving Kelly. Wrist shot. Blockered away and into the netting. So the faceoff will come to the right of Hussey in the Thunderbirds' goal. Boy, you can almost feel like the energy for Carolina. And certainly, look, the energy for any team in a hockey game ebbs and flows. It comes and it goes. Where right now the Thunderbirds are struggling to really find that energy for themselves here. They've had a shift or two in the second. They hit a post. But again, just it feels like the air's gone onto the balloon for them in this game one. Now, that doesn't mean you take your foot off the gas by any means. And the River Dragons know that full well. This is a dangerous offensive team. Both of them are. They're both very capable of putting pucks into the net. Kennedy back in the Thunderbirds' end, trying to play it ahead. River Dragons will dump it in. Played away up the near side. Here's Rowe. Carries all the way back behind his own net. Watched by Aldworth. Rowe up through center. Gets it back. A little give and go. Moving in. Keplinger with a shot, and he missed wide on the stick side. Backhanded out by Petrie. Poked ahead. You know, I think paid a very nice compliment by Coach Bichard this week. Talking about he's just a solid defensive defenseman, off the boards and out. Nothing flashy, nothing fancy, but he gets the job done. He's a big body out there, and you know what? That's what you need. Now here's a break in behind the play. Oh, no, offside. Rowe frustrated as he shoots the puck into the glass in the corner. But he was ahead by a step trying to catch that pass. That offside is brought to you by Old School Barbershop. They're online at oldschoolbarber.com. Are your sides a little off? Book your next appointment online right now. I suggest it. It's very easy. Plus, you can book it online 24/7 through their Instagram and their Facebook if you so choose. Looking good has never been easier. Face-off coming up to the right of the Thunderbirds' goal. And it's pushed behind the net. Petrantonio centering feed. Bouncing puck in the crease. Is swatted away by the D. Baker away to the corner. Now he'll get to center, flip it ahead, looking for Schnapp in space. And you can see the Thunderbirds are now playing the stretch game. They're trying to break a guy through the middle of the ice, hit him with a home run pass. And now in behind the play, one of the Thunderbirds players went for a hit and missed. And now, like, Petrantonio's getting roughed up by Schnapp. And the funny part is, it's not Petro's fault. I think that's Baker. Baker went to throw a hit, and he just missed. Petro kind of gave him a little, I don't know what the word is, but he gave him a little move, and he kind of get the Olay, if you will, and he went hard into the glass. That one I did see. I understand what Schnapp's doing. This is his role. He thinks he's sticking up for a teammate by going after Josh Petrantonio. But again, Petro didn't do anything. Well, somehow LaBelle has a penalty. Oh, I think because LaBelle came in from behind on Schnapp. So as LaBelle was defending him. Baker heads off the ice and back to the tunnel. By the way, earlier during a commercial break, Ryan Gill headed back to the locker room with the trainers, but Gill was moving pretty quickly under his own power. Baker, on the other hand, is moseying back slowly. So I think that's what they're doing. They're evening them up. They're going to take LaBelle here, too. They get Schnapp for going after Petrantonio. So 4-on-4. 17:52 time of the penalties. We had no penalties in the first period. And now we're probably going to get roughings on either side. I mean, I don't know what to tell you on this one. Baker missed. Like, he might have got a little, and maybe the most authentic version of what happened is, because Petrantonio saw him coming and he moved out of the way, he might have caught a piece of Petrantonio and it might have spun him off balance. Either way, Baker went into the glass pretty hard. And that's why he was down. He wasn't down because Petrantonio hit him. Petrantonio didn't even hit him. So 4-on-4, we will go. 2:08 to go in this second period. Thunderbirds controlling. There's Panachik with a shot for the point. Save made by Colgan. And now Greco will clear it out. Down the ice it goes. They do both get 2 for roughing. And the River Dragons trying to figure something out here on a 4-on-4 situation with a 5-0 lead. They'll bring it ahead. Left side, here's Jemayev into space, but kind of got closed off a little bit there by the ref. I think he wanted to swing wider, but just didn't have the room. So the River Dragons dump it in. They'll change. It's Allworth and Doe up front now. As the Thunderbirds push in, Keplinger with a shot tipped way out of play. 1:12 to go in the 4-on-4. 1:19 to go in the second. 5-0 Columbus. River Dragons got 3 in the first, 2 here in the second. Face off to the left of Brendan Colgan. Doe in across from Butita. Butita winning it back. Salak feeding it over to the left point. Now getting it back at the right, but it rolls away from him. He has to feed it around the rim. Doe. Butita slides free with a puck right to the side of the net. Colgan holds. 1 minute to go in the 4-on-4. 1:07 to go in the second period. Storjahan out there for the face-off across from Butita, who once again wins it back to the point. Salak feeding it on to the left side. Thunderbirds trying to get something going for themselves here. Tipped away to the corner, Vanelli chasing, and Vanelli knocked down. Puck to Kelly behind the River Dragons net. Played it off the net to himself, away from Butita, and he'll just lift it out to center. Kennedy turning on the left side, watched by another number 4 in Storjahan. Gets it across to Rowe. Rowe weaving, lost it in the high slot. Storjahan to Kelly. Kelly pulls it to himself on the wall, just chops it down the ice. Back the other way, Kennedy. 20 seconds ago in the 4-on-4. Butita feeding it in. Rowe with a shot. Pinballed wide off the skates of Vanelli. Rowe in the far corner. Spins away from Vanelli. Tried to drive the net. Wraps it around. A backhand right through the crease and out the other side. Kennedy on the far side. Vanelli all over him. And Vanelli able to move it ahead. Time to take it down to the 4-on-4. Now a breakaway chance out of the box. Moving up is Allworth with LaBelle. LaBelle scores! Josh LaBelle, low stick side with 1.9 seconds to go in the second period. It's 6-0 River Dragons. Hussey just backed so far into the net. You know LaBelle was looking to dish back to Aldworth, but he looked up, saw how far in the net the goaltender Hussey was, and why not fire it home? Josh LaBelle, have yourself a night, 3 points. There we go. They never started the clock. Period's over. Josh LaBelle, his second goal of the postseason. How about that? The River Dragons up 6-0. We'll stay here for the announcement. Benelli also picking up an assist on the goal. Wow. Unbelievable end to the period right there, right out of the box. And, well, a broken stick down in the corner there that they hand off as Michael Greco heads off the ice. 6-0 River Dragons. If you would have told me before the game, Tom, it's going to be 6-0 Columbus after 2, I would have called you a liar to your face. There's no way, I would say. Here we are. All right, let's take a break. And we're going to head into the second period intermission report brought to you by Shredaway. Before we do that, though, we want to let you know that the River Dragons and Air Force Heating and Air express our gratitude to our servicemen and women currently defending our freedom. And, of course, to our veterans, thank you for your service. 6-0 Columbus, Game 1 of the Continental Division Final. We're back with more in a moment. This is River Dragons Hockey. Coash with a shot in on goal. Nice save on the redirect there in front. Good stop by Colgan.
4.
Here's Colton in front. Shot tip. Save made on the doorstep on the redirect by Ryder.
3.
Cardinal all the way up top with it. Feeds it over to the right point. McGill Diaz with a wrist shot. Blocked off Gill. Rolls in on goal. And Colgan able to find it and hang on.
2.
Makema on it to the left point. McGill Diaz with a shot. Deflected wide. Now centering feed, a chance. Oh, what a stop by Colgan.
1.
There's a chance again. Motor City walks in on goal. The rolling puck. Colgan, the save coming to his left. Oh, my.
That's a big save right there.
Brendan Colgan with a massive save on Rotondi, who was in free.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
Heroes of Valhalla is your go-to place for all of your gunsmithing and firearms needs. They also specialize in Cerakote finishing as well as hydro dipping, which offers over 1,000 different pattern options. Check them out online at heroesofvalhalla.us or stop by the shop at 6320 Bradley Park Drive in Columbus. They're open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Online at heroesofvalhalla.us.
Blue Frog Plumbing and Drain is your trusted plumber in Columbus and beyond. We go the extra mile to show up on time, diagnose your situation quickly, and get to the root of the problem. Blue Frog is here to deliver the right solution the first time. And we're available 24/7 because plumbing emergencies don't keep office hours. Blue Frog Plumbing and Drain. Less mess, less stress. On the web at bluefrogplumbing.com or call 706-887-6433.
Craving a burrito, some nachos, or maybe even a quesadilla? Head to Barbaritos. Their menu includes only the freshest ingredients, and your order is custom made how you want it on the spot. Barbaritos is founded on freshness, and everything from our handmade guacamole to our marinades are made right in-house. And don't forget, you can order online at barbaritos.com or through our handy mobile app. Barbaritos. Food, community, people.
Oral and maxillofacial surgeons Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
Hello, all you River Dragons fans out there. I'm Chief Meteorologist Eric Haight here with a look at your forecast. If you're heading out late on this Friday night, weather looking just fine. Temperatures dropping from the lower 70s to the lower 60s with mostly clear skies and dry conditions. Now, heading into Saturday, temperatures in the upper 50s to start things off, but we're going to be back in the low and mid 80s by the afternoon. Outdoor plans like baseball games, spring festivals, yard sales, or things like that, well, most of the day is going to be dry for you. No issues there. Rain-free conditions sticking around at least through the early evening hours. Then the chance for rain and storms increases into Saturday night, and that could stick around into Sunday too. So we're going to watch for a few strong storms along the way. A cold front also moving in Sunday, cooling things down a bit with temperatures in the low to mid 70s for afternoon highs. Next week, a bit cool, lows in the 40s through early Thursday of next week, early Thursday morning, but conditions staying dry through that time frame. Now you can track any weekend rain using the WTVM weather app, and we'll be back for you on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Back here at the Columbus Civic Center in the Harvey Lumber Press Box, Tom Callahan here with you. It was our Saves of the Week presented by Kinetic Credit Union in that break as well. And the River Dragons have gotten all the saves from Brendan Colgan. 25 of 25 tonight through 40 minutes of play. 6-0. River Dragons in the lead. It still takes me a minute. I'm looking at the scoreboard. And it's not hard to believe from the offensive output. It's not hard to believe from the defense or goaltending standpoint. It is kind of hard to believe in that Carolina. The weird thing is they haven't been bad. Starter Boris Babick gave up 4 goals on 14 shots. He wasn't bad. But Columbus has just been better to the point of dominance in this game. And I didn't expect that. Look, as a River Dragons commentator, I welcome that. But I certainly did not expect that. And watching this right now has been an absolute treat. If you're a River Dragons fan, wow, this has been outstanding. And for Columbus, boy, if they can keep this momentum up through the series, and they're playing their best hockey right now in the playoffs. They started the season like a house of fire. I mean, they dropped double digits on teams a couple of times to start the year, and yeah, that looked good. But right now, it's a more complete, more dominating style of game because it's not just offense, it's defense. And when you win 10-5, you're still giving up 5. That's not happening right now. And that is so amazing to see for the Columbus River Dragons. So hopefully it continues. Let's catch you up on the scoring from period number 1. A quick, Drew, do we still have 2 breaks left in this intermission? Want to double check that? We do, okay. So let's go through the scoring here. In the second period, it was already 3-0 coming in. And just 34 seconds into period number 2, the River Dragons chased starter Boris Babick. Alex Jamea in front of the net, 34 seconds in, deflects in a Josh Petrantonio pass. Josh LaBelle picks up his second assist of the night. And it's a 4-0 game at that point. Enter goaltender Gregory Hussey. And it would take a little while for the River Dragons to get to him, but they would, twice in the period. 11:46 Jay Krupp converts on a pretty backdoor pass from Lane King. And again, King's passing game has been on point here so far in the playoffs. He has set up some of the best goals the River Dragons have scored. He's got 2 helpers tonight. He and Alex Storjahan set up Krupp. And it's 5-0 at that point. And then at 19:58, a 4-on-4 ends. And Thomas Alworth is able to push out of the zone, but the puck he breaks free would have been a breakaway. But then LaBelle joined him. And they passed back and forth. LaBelle was holding the puck. Alworth was to his right. And it really looked like LaBelle was going to pass it back to Alworth. But goaltender Greg Hussey backed himself so far into the net, he gave LaBelle a lot of room low to the stick side. LaBelle, a left-hand shot on the left wing side, took advantage. Scores the goal at 19:58 from Alworth and Vanelli. And it's 6-0. Shots in the period actually favored Carolina 13-11, and for the game are 25-24 in favor of the Thunderbirds. Power plays in the period. River Dragons 0 for 2. And Krupp's goal came just 2 seconds after the end of a power play, but even strength. And the Thunderbirds are 0 for 1. A couple injuries in the period. Baker went off to the locker room, and Ryan Gill went off to the locker room. So 1 from each side. We'll keep an eye and see if either of those players return in period number 2. Pardon me, in period number 3. We have played through 2 periods. And the River Dragons with a 6-0 lead. We'll take a break. When we come back, we've got more of the Shredaway second period intermission report coming your way, and it's time for a look at that out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Zelmo Zippin. And a lot going on. Not only tonight, the other Division Final Series in action in game number 1 there, but in the NHL, a chance maybe for a couple teams to advance this evening. We'll be right back with more in a moment. This is River Dragons Hockey.
At the Country Inn & Suites by Radisson, you'll enjoy comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course, the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next stay in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons. Country Inn & Suites by Radisson.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. We all count on our home's electrical outlets to provide us the power we need when we need it. But sometimes an overloaded circuit can lead to a blown outlet, so leave it to the pros at Mr. Sparky. We'll get it done right and get it done safely. Call now for $50 off electrical repairs.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8
Limitations and restrictions may apply. Independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
The Jersey Shop specializes in screen printing, embroidery, direct-to-garment printing, and vinyl heat-press lettering and numbering. We provide custom t-shirts for any occasion and have a graphic designer on staff to make the logos or graphics needed to make your shirts unique. We pride ourselves on being able to deliver orders of any size at low, competitive cost with no minimum quantity. That's why the River Dragons trust the Jersey Shop for all of their uniform needs. Call 706-565-4245. That's 565-4245.
Blue Frog Plumbing and Drain is your trusted plumber in Columbus and beyond. We go the extra mile to show up on time, diagnose your situation quickly, and get to the root of the problem. Blue Frog is here to deliver the right solution the first time, and we're available 24/7 because plumbing emergencies don't keep office hours. Blue Frog Plumbing and Drain. Less mess, less stress. On the web, bluefrogplumbing.com, or call 706-887-6433.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo Zip-In. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We're proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
We'll be screaming out, we can be heroes everywhere we go. We can have all that we ever want.
Back here at the Columbus Civic Center, Tom Callahan with you, broadcasting live from the Harvey Lumber Press Box. And the River Dragons right now with a 6-0 lead after 2 periods of play on the Carolina Thunderbirds. It's absolutely an incredible game 1. The fans here having a great time. I've seen a lot of Brewster's ice cream this evening, by the way. And always good to see everybody enjoying themselves and having a good time out there. So, you love it when the hometown team's doing well, but the River Dragons are going to head on the road tomorrow night into a hostile environment for game number 2 and potentially a game 3 Saturday and Sunday if it goes that far. But right now they're taking care of business at home. Let's take a look at the Zelmo zipping out of town scoreboard. Game number 1 in the Empire Division final. That'll determine who plays the winner of this series in the Commissioner's Cup final. And right now, Binghamton is leading late in the third period over Danbury, 6-1. So, boy, oh boy, the Binghamton Black Bears have really brought it tonight against the Danbury Hat Tricks. And just looking at the regular season series between these two teams, there have been a couple of blowouts. There have been some close games. Binghamton won 6-2 on January 27th. Danbury won 6-2 on November 23rd. And Danbury won 5-1 on October 28th. Every other game in the series have been a one-goal game. So I guess it was their turn in the rotation. Somebody was going to blow somebody else out. But Binghamton is on its way. They are right now closing in on 1 minute and 15 seconds away from winning game number 1. And so we'll keep an eye on the clock in that one for you. In the NHL, right now, there's 2 games going on. Carolina and the Islanders are tied at 1. That game's got 5.5 to go in the third period. If Carolina wins, they eliminate the Islanders. Islanders trying to hang on. Panthers fighting for their playoff lives. Boston's up 3-2 in the series, but the Panthers are up 3-2 in the game after 2 periods of play. At 9:30 Eastern, Dallas with a chance to close out the Minnesota Wild. And at 10 o'clock Eastern, the Seattle Kraken, first franchise playoff series, looking for their first playoff win and the possibility of upsetting the defending Stanley Cup champion, Colorado Avalanche. Unbelievable to see where we are in the playoffs right now. And as we go back and watch the end here of this Binghamton-Danbury game, just the time ticking down, it's over. Binghamton claims game 1. So congratulations to the Binghamton Black Bears. They're up 1-0, and now the series will shift to Danbury game 2 tomorrow night. Game 3 if necessary on Monday. Still here, 6-0. River Dragons in the lead. When we come back, it's time to drop the puck on third period action. Stick around. I'm sure it will be an entertaining 20 minutes of hockey. Don't go anywhere. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Let Shred Away, a Division Overby company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shred Away, a division of the Overby company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shred Away, 706-577-9668.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo Zip-In. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We are proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
Vector Ply Corporation is a world-leading manufacturer of carbon, fiberglass, and Kevlar composite fabrics located in Phoenix City, Alabama. Our customers depend on us to produce iconic brands such as Malibu and Nautique Boat and the historic C8 mid-engine Corvette. Even the light poles surrounding the Columbus Civic Center were produced by a Vector Ply customer using Vector Ply fabrics. If you're looking for an exciting career with a growing manufacturer located right here in the Chattahoochee Valley, visit our website, vectorply.com.
Columbus, Georgia is considered by some as the hockey town of the South, boasting pro hockey since 1996. But 80 years before that first puck drop, another Chattahoochee Valley favorite got its start, Piggly Wiggly. Come on down to find a great selection of fresh meats and produce for your family's next meal or your next tailgate. We're proud to root for the hometown River Dragons because we've been the hometown team since forever. Piggly Wiggly, down home, down the street.
Columbus Diagnostic Center, the area's clear choice for diagnostic imaging. CDC Northside features the area's first and only 3T MRI, the most powerful MRI available, and our new 64-slice CT scanner, cutting-edge imaging that's available at both locations. For over 30 years, patient comfort, lower costs, and uncompromising dedication remain our top priority. Clearer results for a more accurate diagnosis. Columbus Diagnostic Center and CDC Northside. Technology with a human touch.
Back at the Columbus Civic Center, Tom Callahan here with you. 6-0 River Dragons after 2 periods of play. Certainly unexpected, but not unwelcome from the River Dragons side. And right now, trying to see who that is chatting over there at the... Yeah, that is... Looked like one of the trainers for the River Dragons talking to the head coach there of the Thunder. So we're waiting for both teams to come back out here onto the ice. Referees will be welcomed in their customary fashion. Turn that crowd mic on in case you want the fuller experience of what it's like to be a referee. And the Thunderbirds step out onto the ice. They get the same greeting. But now, the hometown heroes out there in their Friday red jerseys as a salute to veterans everywhere. And, of course, active duty military personnel. The River Dragons always wear red on Friday. Nothing your score. Absolutely fantastic for the River Dragons. 3 in the first, 3 in the second. They've really come out, done a nice job here to really just do everything they can to put the pressure on to try to make things happen. Now they have 20 minutes of hockey left to go. It got a little feisty at the end of the period as Baker went down hard into the boards. And I don't see him out there. I also didn't happen to notice if Gill came back on the ice. I'm looking for both of them right now. Gill went off, jogging with one of the trainers midway through the second. But he certainly was moving a little bit quicker under his own steam there, so that felt like a better situation, but Baker labored off the ice. And yeah, the Thunderbirds appear to be down a skater, which I assume is Baker unless we see him back. The River Dragons also down a skater, so I don't believe Gill came back out. We're underway. River Dragons rolling left to right in front of the Harvey Lumber press box for period number 3. Puck dumped in, a bouncer in on Colgan. He'll scoot it aside. LaBelle off the dasher, hit his own man. It stays in off Jamaev. How about the near side? The left point, Grebenikov holding it into the slot. Ends up on the near side wall. Carolina has to come out and push here. They try to work it in front. Zylec had it chopped away into the corner. Even if Carolina doesn't win this game, the third period is so important to the Thunderbirds. It is to the River Dragons, too. And, big hit behind the play by Greco. And now Greco, who's going to get a penalty for it. Zylec went after him. He pounded Panachik into the glass back there. Actually knocked the bucket off Panachik. Warning will be the call against Greco. And Greco was not yelling at the ref. He was yelling back towards the Thunderbirds as he stepped off the ice there. .38 seconds. Time of the penalty. It'll be the second power play of the night for the Carolina Thunderbirds, who are right now 0 for 1. Islanders Hurricanes are heading to overtime. Florida still hanging on to its 3-2 lead over Boston, just starting off into period number 3. Thunderbirds control the draw. Panachik on the right side will swing it. Looking for Zylec. Down for the left point is Kennedy. Kennedy trying to hold it in. Bounce back up the boards. Doe can't clear it out. Kept in on that left half wall. Behind the net now Kennedy on the far side. Getting it around to the right half boards. Thunderbirds trying to work it around the perimeter here. Look for a shot. Kennedy at the left point. Walks to the near dot. Puts it in front. Tipped off the goal post. Third post of the game for the Thunderbirds. Zylec on the far side, dislodged by LaBelle around the rim. Down it goes. Hussey will leave it for Ford. Ford quickly ahead up the left side. Ford knocked off at Jemaef on it, around the rim again, and past Keplinger and out. Under a minute to go in the First Franklin Financial penalty kill. First Franklin Financial, personal loans at the speed of life. Jemaef trying to chip that puck out. Second effort gets it down. Crowd appreciating the penalty kill here, as they should. One of the hardest jobs in all the sports. Keplinger checked off the puck by Vanelli. Nice job to separate the man from the biscuit right there. There's Aldworth, stops, has space, just delays. Gets it behind the net. River Dragons to clear off the glass. Down it goes. Thunderbirds try to push back quickly, but they almost cough it up at center. And now Aldworth, he almost stole it away again. 10 seconds of the power play. Carolina's really done nothing with it. They bank it and give it away to Vanelli. Vanelli hanging on to it. Left wing side ahead to Costello. And the River Dragons bring Michael Greco from the penalty box. Here's Aldworth dancing in for a chance and a glove. Save Hussey right on the doorstep. Nice move by Aldworth in tight. Just shook free of the D. And a great stop by Hussey. That's another Abercrombie bonding successful penalty kill for the River Dragons. 6-0. Columbus in the lead over Carolina. Boston, by the way, in the first minute and a half of the third has tied it back up at 3. And now the referee comes back down. Do we have another glass issue? We may indeed. No, we have a squeegee issue. It has been warm here in Columbus. It has also been very humid. Rained earlier today. Supposed to rain again, I think, this evening. I have to tell you, I missed the weather forecast in the intermission. I was tending to some other duties as assigned. They always get you the job description with that one. But the referee right now squeegeeing water away from the side of the Thunderbirds net. You know, the pads are all synthetic now. But back when I was a kid, and they were real leather, stuffed with deer hair, you would come out, and of course they just do a quick flood. And the pads, the minute you go down as a goaltender, your pads get wet, and they weigh 10 pounds a piece more each time you go down. They just keep sucking up the water. Don't miss those days. Now everything's nice and light. I can't imagine what it's like to wear that stuff down. Must be like wearing jogging pants to play goalie. Here's Ford pushing back for the Thunderbirds. A blocker save there by Colgan. Rebound to the near side. And they battle over down that near wall. We are 5-on-5, and it's getting physical over there. Puck scores free to the right point. Kennedy with a shot wide. Ford trying to put it in front, blocked by Kelly. Pass ahead, here's King. King at center. He'll send it down, takes a bump. And a lot of talking between the benches. The linesman gets in there. The ref actually came over this time. On the right wing, pushing into the corner, looking for a chance over there. The Thunderbirds, again, just trying to generate anything they can here, but Martin is just hemmed over on the wall. Now Zylec will try to help. And the hitting picking up. Here's Pastuca in the slot, but that shot blocked by Greco. Cleared out by Krupp. He takes a shot in the back there from Panachik. An icing call, and now Krupp goes after Panachik after he cross-checked him in the back, and that's going to bring a pile. Pretty sure they're only going to take Krupp. And they definitely could have gotten, as Hussey fires the puck down the ice and misses the net that Brendan Colgan had skated out of. So the goalies are going to play catch now because this is their way of getting annoyed with one another. Yep, Colgan tried to flip it to him, and Kennedy blocked it in center. Colgan wants the puck back. So give him the puck, man. Krupp's going to be the only guy getting the penalty call here, and I understand the methodology behind it. And if Scott Hockey Brand were up here, he would tell you, you want it to stop, you take one guy. That's what they did. They took Krupp. 3:58. River Dragons shorthanded once again. And one of our listeners is not feeling very well, so I want to send out some get well messages to Samantha Queen. Hope you feel better soon. Hate when anybody gets sick. We need all the full-throated yelling we can get here at the Columbus Civic Center. Puck in the left pointer's Pastuca. Kennedy at the point. Ooh, that shot got through traffic. What a stop by Colgan. Great save right there. River Dragons onto the third. First Franklin Financial penalty kill of the game. There's a shot. Glove save. Colgan on the far side. Absolute robbery by Colgan. Another tremendous stop. 4.5 minutes into the third. Face off to the left of Colgan and the River Dragons. Continue on the kill. Minute 20 left to go on the man advantage. Clear to the line, not out. Ford keeping it in right side. Panachik getting tied up with LaBelle for a moment, but he's got a release. Puck moved around to the near wing. Pastuca. Zylec to the right point. Ford onto the right half wall. Into the corner. Here's Martin. River Dragons doing such a nice job keeping the Thunderbirds to the perimeter on this penalty kill. There's a shot in on goal, and Colgan will stop and hang on. 51 seconds to go in the man advantage. We are 5:07 into the third period. Game 1 of the Continental Division Final. River Dragons lead at 6-0. Back in the more in a moment on River Dragons Hockey.
IGH Properties specializes in managing single-family homes, single condos, entire HOAs, small and large apartments, and commercial business properties in the Chattahoochee Valley and beyond. Their expert property management team takes on the day-to-day chores of managing your rental property so you can enjoy a successful investment. Some of the responsibilities they handle are marketing, tenant interactions, lease agreements, and more. See them at IGHproperties.net. That's IGHproperties.net. IGH Properties. Happy tenants, happy owners, better rentals.
So you've got projects to do around your home. You got Harvey Lumber for that. You've decided to finally get that large deck built in the back for family fun and entertaining like you've been dreaming about for so long. You got Harvey Lumber for that. From replacing a few boards to replacing all the windows to building from the ground up, you've got Harvey Lumber for that. It's kind of like that old saying, there's an app for that. Well, whatever you need in the way of building supplies, there's been a Harvey Lumber for that in the Chattahoochee Valley for over 150 years. Harvey Lumber Company, 815th Street, open Monday through Friday, 7 to 5. Monday through Friday, 7 to 5.
Back here in the Harvey Lumber press box. Tom Callahan here with you. 51 seconds left to go in the power play for the Thunderbirds. Jake Krupp in the box for roughing. Air Force Heating and Air reminds you to help keep your house comfortable. Consider a preventative maintenance plan by Air Force Heating and Air. They have a plan that's right for your home and your budgets. It's really the important part, isn't it? So right now, the River Dragons going to work again here on the penalty kill. Power play number 3 for the Thunderbirds. Shot in front and a right pad save. Colgan rebound is sent down the ice by LaBelle. .30 seconds ago on the man advantage. Firth, right side, picked off. Here's Kelly. Short-handed breakaway for Kelly moving in. And he had his stick tip from behind. Penalty coming up against the Thunderbirds. Will it be a penalty shot? No. Slashing. It could have been. It could have been a penalty shot. Boy, Kelly had options too. He had more right up there with him. Slashing the call. 5:40. Time of the infraction, so 18 seconds of 5-on-5, or 4-on-4, pardon me. Ford into the box. And then the River Dragons will get their third Georgia power play. They were 0 for 2, but just missed scoring a power play goal by 2 seconds. That was Jay Krupp's goal. Thunderbirds will push back in. Out to play it is Colgan backhanding it up the near side wall. River Dragons have spread their damage out across the first 2 periods. 3 in the first, 3 in the second. There's a shot tipped out of play. We get a whistle just as Krupp comes out of the box. 6:03 into the third. 6-0 River Dragons. 1:37 to go in the slashing call against Ford. Draw to the right of Colgan. One back by the Thunderbirds. Kennedy will carry it back out, but Krupp right on his tailpipe. Kennedy will finally turn it around and send it down the ice where Lane King waits for it. He'll hand off to Josh LaBelle. Right back to King as he moves up the right side. Now onto the left wing. River Dragons move in. A feed to the right side to Kelly on the half wall. Flips into space and past LaBelle down the ice in a race. Peavy and LaBelle, a couple of 27s. They both overskate it. River Dragons will turn it back. Here's Storjahan. At center, left side to LaBelle. LaBelle cross ice. Krupp, high slot, leaves it off right half wall to Kelly. Down low, looking for Krupp. Krupp trying to swing it around. King arriving in the left side corner. Up to the left point it goes LaBelle. LaBelle, top of the near circle. Turning with it is Kelly. Kelly. LaBelle up top, fakes. Looking over, near side, Kelly walks in, draws him, shot, and that one is tipped off Firth, far side. King All the way up to the blue line himself, cutting to his right. Down low into the corner. Storjahan in the right half on the cycle, up top to LaBelle. No shot, down low near circle. Kelly tried to feed Storjahan. Storjahan has cross ice, gives King one time, and he ripped it wide. Around the rim it goes and out. 15 seconds in the man advantage. River Dragons changing it up. Feed back across to Krupp. Krupp dumps it to an open wing. And now Jamath had it cleared away from him. Down the ice it goes. That'll do it for the River Dragons. Power play, they're 0 for 3. 7:45 gone in the third. 6-0 Columbus. Vanelli with a pass. Ends up on the left wing side. Petrantonio dumping in from center. Round to the right side corner. Vanelli on the roller. Jamath sends it right up the slot. Bouncing puck there. Turned over. River Dragons keep it though. Vanelli will feed it deep as he scoots back to the point. Jamath around the rim to the left side. Frazier on his off wing, able to keep it in off the dasher. Jamath again behind the net. Tried to bounce off that check. Finally peeled away by the Thunderbirds. Carolina up the left side. Keplinger tried to walk in. Vanelli whacked it away to the corner. Puck tied up behind the net. Far side, and nice job there by Austin Doe to make the read there. Get the puck to center ice. Moore will backhand it deep. Doe chasing after it. Grebenikov tying up with Doe. Butita swings around to grab it for Carolina. 5-on-5 hockey. Butita trying to walk in through the D. Lost it. Cutting through the box. Up top, here's Panachik. Keeps it in at the right point. Sliding it down low. Stick check knocked away by Greco. Puck at the point. Poked out. Right side. Alworth attacks. Alworth in. Looking in front. Costello in the back door. And the pass a little too in tight to the goaltender. Costello leaving off at the left point. There's a shot coming in. Tip. Doe just missed. Oh, he had a great chance at the back door. Greco, right point. Right half wall. Costello, who took a whack there. Continues on. Costello to his left. Curls back up at the left point. Costello still skating around in space with it. Wrist shot. Tipped on the way in. Ooh, bounced just wide. The old off-speed pitch. Austin Doe after it behind the net. Tying it up. Aldworth in the pile. Panachik will dump it away to center. Right to Lane King. King backing over the line to Alworth. Alworth trying to cut through the D and gave it up. Sent it behind the Thunderbirds net. Not a bad play, though. Just got the puck deep. Clock keeps ticking. Rowe driving to the left side. Swings it in front. Nobody there. Panachik on the right wing side. Fed to the left point. Kennedy. Top of the circle. Kennedy. Wrist shot. Save made. Rebound in front. Sent down the ice. That'll be an icing call. 9:59 to go in the third. Let's take a break. 10 seconds along the network for station identification.
You're listening to River Dragons Hockey on WKC and HD2 Fort Benning South, Columbus, and W295AY Crystal Valley. 106.9 really rocks.
9:59 to go in the third. 6-0 River Dragons, Game 1 of the Continental Division Final. This is Columbus River Dragons Hockey.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey cheesy crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously, but as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
When the River Dragons have a breakdown, the puck can end up in the back of the net. But when your car has a breakdown, you need a reliable tow partner. Trust the tow company the River Dragons depend on. Tuffy's Towing. Tuffy's tows many types of vehicles in the Hoochie Valley. Call 706-457-0985 for a quote or go online to tuffystowing.com. Tuffy's, we tow more than just cars.
Back here at the Columbus Civic Center, Tom Callahan here with you. And boy, oh boy, this one is absolutely just a crazy back and forth right now here in the third period, but it's still 6-0 River Dragons. Both teams have had their chances. It's gotten feisty. And now there's a shot block there, and the River Dragons try to race out to center. Kelly had a stick knocked away. Looked to feed it ahead to Krupp a little too far. Boy, it's been an intense game. Absolutely intense. And again, Brendan Colgan's been fantastic. Croup up the right side. He's in with Kelly. Kelly going to the net. Croup delays. Fed it into the high slot. There was nobody there. We'll talk about a crazy game. How about Florida? Came into the third leading 3-2. Then Boston went up 4-3. Florida tied at 4-4. Boston has just taken the lead, 5-4. This third period is unhinged in the Boston game. Unbelievable. Meanwhile, Carolina and the Islanders have gone to overtime. Under 9 minutes to go now here in the third. 6-0 River Dragons. I talked at the outset of period number 3 about how this was a critical period for both teams. And there's been a little bit of frustration from some of the shots given as the River Dragons have tried to stay physical, both teams, as we have a little bit of hitting here. But, well, we'll come back. Here's Petrantonio on the right side. Ran into a hip check. Couldn't quite make his way through it. Vanelli at center will feed it over. But really the pace is kind of ground way down. Petrantonio's in offside. That offside is brought to you by Old School Barber Shop. They're online at oldschoolbarber.com. Old School Barber Shop is the official barber shop of the Columbus River Dragons, and they're open 10 to 7 Monday to Friday, 10 to 4 on Saturday. If your sides are a little off, book your next appointment online right now. But the pace is slowed. It is ground down, and that favors the River Dragons, not only tonight but tomorrow. Carolina looks like a team that knows they're beaten. They're all sitting on the bench. There's only one or two guys leaning forward. The River Dragons are either standing or leaning forward on the bench, unless they just came off the ice. Then you might want to sit for a breather. But the difference in body language on the benches, and again, it's a 6-0 game, like I get it. Colgan makes a save and a long shot. There is still the feistiness, the pushing and shoving. There's been some penalties. But right now for Carolina, they still lead in shots on goal. They're still trying to put pucks to the net. But the energy is different. And if you're a Carolina fan, you really want to see these guys going at it. Draw to the right of the River Dragons net, won by Columbus. Fed ahead, LaBelle onto the left wing side, dumped in, and right on goal, Hussey will hold. As things continue to just continue apace. Petrantonio, more Jamaev out up front for the River Dragons, LaBelle and Greco, and LaBelle scoops up a piece of debris and gives it to Boris Babick, the goaltender. There's actually a lot more cooperation in these games than you realize sometimes. Here's Grebenikov of the line. He's offside. And now they're going to get LaBelle for that after the whistle slash. That one's a bit ticky-tack. Carolina to the power play once again. It is their fourth power play. River Dragons back on the first Franklin Financial penalty kill. Personal loans at the speed of life. LaBelle the slashing call at 12:18. Carolina back to the power play. They'll set it up. Pastuca on the left side, onto the left half wall near Dot Salak. Salak, left side corner, Schnapp to the Dot Salak, driving to the net, feeds it across, shot never came. Fed up top, Kennedy, left point, backdoor feed, there's a chance, and they score. Peter Panachik with his playoff leading fifth goal of the year, a power play marker. Unfortunately, it spoils the shutout for Brendan Colgan, who deserves one for sure, but also just still don't like the penalty call. Kennedy the assist on the play. Carolina trying to pick up a little momentum here. And the New York Islanders have just been eliminated on home ice by the Carolina Hurricanes. So the second team out. Oh, a bad angle goal, too. Oh, here's a chance in tight. Hussey the save on King. And he will stop King as he cut in for the right wing side. Oh, that one's going to haunt Ilya Sorokin. Carolina advances. Vegas has advanced. Will Boston be the next team to advance? That crazy third period still stays crazy. Boston and Florida 5-5. Florida came into the period with a 3-2 lead. Unbelievable back and forth. Face-off coming up to the left of the Thunderbirds goal. Here's Kennedy up the near wall towards Rowe. Rowe onto the right wing side. Cutting ahead is Ford in on goal, and a shot in the right pad saved by Colgan. Aldworth will wedge it out, trying to come down under the fly ball on the left side is Costello, leaving it off into the skates of Austin Doe. Doe playing it around in behind the net. Costello side of the net, right up the slot, taken away there. Benelli keeps it in. Quick shot, save Hussey. And Costello gets the stick from Firth on his way to the net. 6:07 to go in the third. 6-1 River Dragons. Face-off will be to the right of Hussey and the Carolina goal. Petrantonio, Jemaev, and Moore up front. LaBelle and Greco on D. Draw one back by Carolina. Peavy will slide it off the glass and into the bench. I think that one actually went off Pastuca into the bench. The River Dragons want the face-off inside the zone, but I think the puck was in play until it hit Pastuca and went out. Either way, it's down, and on we go. Under 6 to go in the third. 6-1 Columbus. LaBelle with the feet on the right side. Moore tipped it into the zone, but Carolina put it right back out to center. Salak pushing up the left side. Moore trying to catch him from behind. Play back the other way. And the River Dragons will dump it in from center. They'll go for a change. Hussey will leave it to the side of the net. Bond onto the near side for Peavy. Up the left side, here's Salak trying to drive on the backhand. Forced wide by Greco. Salak turning back in the near wing. Wrapping it in front. A shot, and he fed it wide on the glove side. Salak on his own rebound. Greco still on him. Fed to the left point. Peavy with a shot. Blocked in front. Sticked away by Colgan. Left point, Peavy, right around the rim. Into the corner. River Dragons trying to clear. They pop it out of there. And now bouncing puck chased down by King from the far side. Slid away from Kelly. The River Dragons trying to be careful not to get too many men on the ice call here. Kelly will tip it down from center. Ends up with Grebenikov. 4:43 to go in the third. 6-1 the score. Columbus in the lead. Intercepted by Costello at center. Moving in. Costello weaving the slab of the shot. Hussey the save. And we got a penalty coming up. Puck ended up in the net. We have a goal. There was going to be a tripping call on the play. The referee had signaled a goal and then called a penalty. I thought that's, well, we'll sort it out when we come back. 4:34 to go in the third. 6-1 River Dragons. We're back with more in a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
IGH Properties specializes in managing single-family homes, single condos, entire HOAs, small and large apartments, and commercial business properties in the Chattahoochee Valley and beyond. Their expert property management team takes on the day-to-day chores of managing your rental property so you can enjoy a successful investment. Some of the responsibilities they handle are marketing, tenant interactions, lease agreements, and more. See them at IGHproperties.net. That's IGHproperties.net. IGH Properties. Happy tenants, happy owners, better rentals.
Craving a burrito, some nachos, or maybe even a quesadilla? Head to Barbaritos. Their menu includes only the freshest ingredients, and your order is custom made how you want it on the spot. Barbaritos is founded on freshness, and everything from our handmade guacamole to our marinades are made right in-house. And don't forget, you can order online at barbaritos.com or through our handy mobile app. Barbaritos. Food, community, people.
So they officially now determine no goal. As we come back, 4:34 to go in the third. There is a tripping call against Grebennikov. Here's the thing, though. The referee signaled goal. The trip knocked the Columbus player down. Grebennikov knocked the Columbus player down into the goaltender, which is what caused everybody to go into the net, including the puck. Unless Carolina touched that puck, that's a goal. But that's not how it's called. River Dragons back in the Georgia power play. I guess we got to get the ticker to line up at 4 apiece. This is the fourth power play for the River Dragons, 0 for 3. Moore sending it up top. Petrantonio denied in the slot. Puck bounces out to center on a clear. Nice back check by Petrantonio, cleared it away from Kennedy, and now Columbus back. Costello left side, slides into the zone. Costello bothered at the line, all the way out with it, had to take it to center. And now it's bounced all the way down the ice. 1:15 to go in the man advantage. 3:47 to go in the hockey game. 6-1 River Dragons. Columbus pushing ahead. Here's Petrantonio. Try not to let the fire die too early here. Leaves it on the right side of Krupp. Krupp to the point. Frazier moving to the middle. Feeds it near dot. Jamaev. Frazier. His shot. Tip. Wide of the net. Krupp on it. Krupp jams it back around to the right point. Frazier. Jamaev on the wall. Back to Frazier. Frazier cross ice. And now they'll switch spots in a lead by Storjahan. Frazier to the far dot. Into the corner. Down low, here's King. King try to flip it back towards Krupp. Kennedy on it. Off the glass, down it goes. Half minute to go in the power play. 3 minutes to go in the third. 6-1 River Dragons. Game 1 of the Continental Division Final. Game 2 tomorrow night in Columbus. 6:05 p.m. Kelly moving it ahead, right side. Storjahan throws it around the dasher. Krupp, left half wall. Can't cut it off. Butita clears it down. That'll do it for the River Dragons' fourth power play of the game. They're 0 for 4. Columbus leads 6-1. Shots 36-31 in favor of Carolina. Columbus moving ahead, though. They'll attack. Here's Callahan with a shot. Hussey a left pad save. And the puck coughed up in the right corner. Krupp. Backhand feed. Storjahan in the near side. Cleared out to center. King backing up on it. River Dragons the other way. Storjahan. Wheel it back. Nothing left to do except grind out this last 120 seconds. 6-1 Columbus. Here's Ford on the left side. We'll fire it in. LaBelle back after it. LaBelle swings it up the near side. Will the puck get out? It does. Costello tried to tip it on in space. Costello lost it, though, in the skates of Panachik, who's finished off by Doe. Puck back to the D. Kennedy, right side. Tipped in by Pastuca. Boy, Carolina really has no appetite to get hit right now. Up through center. Here's Aldworth fighting through a hook. Vanelli moving in. Vanelli flips it in front across the goal mouth. Costello centering feed. Bouncing to the line, not out. Doe holding it in with a shot blocker save. There's a cross ice feed. Knocked down by Doe in the high slot. Cleared out to center. River Dragons working on possession. Greco to center as we approach 1 minute to go in this game one. The outcome never in doubt in this one. And the building comes back to life as Moore driving it on the backhand. Kyle Moore's shot tipped behind the net. 45 seconds to go, and the River Dragons are going to wrap up game one. They need to win one of the next two. Moore in behind the play. Had some business there with Kennedy, but they separate. Half minute to go. River Dragons just going to play keep away. Krupp to center with Petrantonio. Krupp leads it in, 20 seconds to go. Petrantonio, a glance at the clock, stays high. 4 minutes, now 5 in the neutral zone for the River Dragons. 10 seconds to go. Kennedy trying to bank it ahead to himself at the line. Runs into Greco one more time. That'll do it. Game one goes to the River Dragons. Columbus is up 1-0 in this best-of-3 Continental Division final. The River Dragons will come to center to salute the fans. While they do, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, it'll be time for the 3 stars of the game presented by Wade Cleaners and the Pepsi postgame show. This is River Dragons Hockey.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Announcing Wade Cleaner's newest location at 6801 River Road, located just across from the new VA hospital. This location has a drive-thru and is open 6 days a week. Tell us you heard this and receive 25% off your first visit. Wade Cleaners, since 1939.
The Jersey Shop specializes in screen printing, embroidery, direct-to-garment printing, and vinyl heat-press lettering and numbering. We provide custom t-shirts for any occasion and have a graphic designer on staff to make the logos or graphics needed to make your shirts unique. We pride ourselves on being able to deliver orders of any size at low, competitive cost with no minimum quantity. That's why the River Dragons trust the Jersey Shop for all of their uniform needs. Call 706-565-4245. That's 565-4245.
Let's send it down to PA announcer Dana Barker.
Tonight's third star with a pair of assists, number 4, Alex Starman. Tonight's second star with 35 saves, number 1, Brenda Collier.
Josh LaBelle will talk with Jaden Kruger. A well-deserved first-star honor tonight for Josh LaBelle. 6-1 River Dragons win. We'll take a break. More of the Pepsi postgame show coming up, including our Zelmo zipping out-of-town scoreboard to look back at the scoring and more for you. Stick around. There's more coming your way in just a moment. This is River Dragons hockey.
You know that sound anywhere. It's the crisp crunch of that first nacho chip. With its perfect cheese to sour cream ratio sitting atop a layer of delicious beans, it's a sip away from perfection. That's what we're looking for. Add a delicious, refreshing Pepsi and we've achieved absolute nacho nirvana. Because while you can pile those nachos high with every spicy, cheesy, savory topping, there's no topping a cool Pepsi finish. Nachos, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Announcing Wade Cleaner's newest location at 6801 River Road, located just across from the new VA hospital. This location has a drive-thru and is open 6 days a week. Tell us you heard this and receive 25% off your first visit. Wade Cleaners, since 1939.
Complete Tire and Service, located at 3109 Victory Drive in Columbus, is the perfect place to take care of everything your vehicle needs. From preventive maintenance to alignments, brakes, oil changes, and more, your friends at Complete Tire and Service have you covered. Need tires? Buy 3, get 1 free for passenger vehicles. Call 706-321-8133 to set up your appointment. 321-8133. Complete Tire and Service on the web at ctstires.com. In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo Zip-In. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We're proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
Well, all I do is
Back here in the Pepsi postgame show, Tom Callahan here with you. I just now am noticing, by the way, that Dana Barker's been wearing a Seattle Kraken jersey. I don't know if he comes by it honestly or not, but I'll take it. I'm being told no. No, he doesn't. Dana, you've been called out on there. Sorry, buddy. However, Seattle's got a chance tonight to eliminate the Colorado Avalanche, and that would be history-making right there. The River Dragons, meanwhile, let's go into the scoring here in this one. A 6-1 win in Game 1 of this best-of-3 series. A massive win for Columbus here this evening. And they jumped on the Thunderbirds pretty quickly into this one. Just 5:47 into the game, they score their first goal. And this one, a point shot coming in from LaBelle up top of the left point. And Kyle Moore is the guy stationed in front of the net as the puck gets fed back up to that left point. And, LaBelle, nice job to get it through, put it in a tippable place. Moore able to redirect it in for the goal. And that's his first of the playoffs at 5:47. 1:16 later, this time it's Jacob Kelly. Kelly ends up scoring the goal as a nice feed out of the corner, as Lane King has been doing a great job distributing this entire postseason. The puck works its way around to him, in that far side corner, and he gets it to Kelly quickly, who unloads it. And you know what? That's been something the River Dragons have been doing a great job of, not holding pucks. They've been shooting them right away. Good angles, getting goaltenders maybe a little off balance, a little by surprise. And it was 2-0 at that point. King and Storjahan the assists. Then, with just under a minute to go, the River Dragons get a goal from Michael Greco. Greco with a shot coming in for the right point. Aldworth with a nice job to keep the play alive here along the right side. Gets the puck to Greco. And Greco finds that he's got some room. So he walks it in a step and fires towards the net. It goes in off the near side goal post. That makes it 3-0 at the end of one period of play. But the River Dragons were not done. Just 34 seconds into period number 2. They would score again, this time Alexander Jemaev from Josh Petrantonio, and Josh LaBelle picking up yet another assist here. The River Dragons spell the end of the night here for Boris Babik. And, boy, what a great chance there down low for Columbus. And nice to see Alexander Jemaev, really, who just in the last, I'd say, month of the season has really begun to find his game and his comfort level. That was it for Babik. The starter chased after that. He gives up 4 goals on 14 shots against. He is on the hook for the loss tonight. Further into the second period we go. River Dragons on a power play. And this goal develops off a power play rush. However, it's an even strength goal because when it is scored, it's 2 seconds after the expiration of the power play. But, again, Lane King distributing the puck here as the River Dragons race up ice. It's Jay Krupp this time. Johnny on the spot at that back post. What a pass by King all the way across the ice through the goal mouth. Krupp puts it away. His first of the playoffs. Storjahan also an assist, 11:46. Then the River Dragons would wrap up their scoring. You thought 1901 was cutting it close. How about 1958? That's when Josh LaBelle gets his second of the playoffs from Aldworth and Vanelli. And LaBelle had himself a monster game tonight. Big goal, a breakaway for Aldworth as he's joined by LaBelle out of the box. And LaBelle sees that the goaltender who had come in to spell Babik, that was Greg Hussey. Hussey just kept backing up. And Hussey backed up so much, he gave up LaBelle all the low stick side. LaBelle puts it away, 6-0 at that point for the River Dragons. In the third period, Panachik would score his playoff-leading 5th goal of the postseason from Kennedy at 12:48 on the power play. And so the Thunderbirds would indeed cash in on one of those man advantages, but the River Dragons had sealed the game well away by that point in the hockey game. 6-1 your final. Shots tonight, Carolina 12 in the first, 13 in the second, 11 in the third for 36. River Dragons 13, 11, and 9 for 33. Columbus 0 for 4 on the power play. Thunderbirds 1 for 4. We'll take one more break. When we come back, time to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Zelmo's Zip-In. What's going on in the NHL tonight and what happened in Game 1 between Danbury and Binghamton? We'll tell you when we come back. This is River Dragons Hockey.
Blue Frog Plumbing and Drain is your trusted plumber in Columbus and beyond. We go the extra mile to show up on time, diagnose your situation quickly, and get to the root of the problem. Blue Frog is here to deliver the right solution the first time, and we're available 24/7 because plumbing emergencies don't keep office hours. Blue Frog Plumbing and Drain. Less mess, less stress. On the web at bluefrogplumbing.com or call 706-887-6433.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
HydroLife Therapy in Old Town is your one-stop recovery shop to get you back to 100%. With IV therapy treatments, cryotherapy, and compression therapy all under one roof. HydroLife treatments are packed with nutrients to increase energy and boost your immune system. Join the IV League today for the most affordable way to feel better, look better, and start accomplishing more. Online at hydrolifetherapy.com/Columbus. HydroLife Therapy. Start living your best life.
Vector Supply Corporation is a world-leading manufacturer of carbon, fiberglass, and Kevlar composite fabrics located in Phoenix City, Alabama. Our customers depend on us to produce iconic brands such as Malibu and Nautique and the historic C8 mid-engine Corvette. Even the light poles surrounding the Columbus Civic Center were produced by a Vectorply customer using Vectorply fabrics. If you're looking for an exciting career with a growing manufacturer located right here in the Chattahoochee Valley, visit our website, vectorply.com.
You should see me in a crowd. I'm gonna run, there's nothing to do.
And we're back here on the Pepsi Post-Game Show. Tom Callahan here with you as we wrap things up. The River Dragons with a massive 6-1 win here tonight. And let's take a quick look at the Zelmo Zippin out-of-town scoreboard for you. Also, 6-1 the win for Binghamton tonight over the Danbury Hat-Tricks. They take game one of that best-of-3, the Empire Division final. The winner of these two series will meet for the Commissioner's Cup. At some point, it'll start next week, and we'll see. Will it be the Binghamton Black Bears advancing? They're off to a 1-0 lead, and, of course, the River Dragons off to a 1-0 lead in this series. Both series resume tomorrow night. For us, Game 2 tomorrow night is at 6:05 p.m. A final check, too, of the NHL for you. Well, guess what? The Florida Panthers have forced Game 7 against the Boston Bruins. They came into the third period leading at 3-2. Back and forth it went. Boston took the lead twice in the period, but thanks to an empty netter at the end, the Florida Panthers skate off with a 7-5 win. Also, in overtime, the New York Islanders have been eliminated by the Carolina Hurricanes. They win the series in 6, 2-1 the final there. 1-0 the early lead for the Dallas Stars over the Minnesota Wild as they try to eliminate the Wild here tonight. And the Avalanche and Kraken just underway. There's no score in that one. So we will talk to you tomorrow night from Carolina as we head to Winston-Salem and drop the puck at the fairgrounds. If the River Dragons win tomorrow night, the series is over, and they will fight for the Commissioner's Cup. If not, there will be a Game 3 on Sunday, 4:05 p.m. But the River Dragons have to feel fantastic about a 3-goal first, 3-goal second period, and they really just look to be so much better than Carolina here tonight. What do the Thunderbirds have left in the tank? Of course, going home, there's going to be an advantage to the Thunderbirds. They'll have their crowd. They'll have their energy. It's up to the River Dragons to play the same kind of game again here tonight, a complete 60 minutes from Columbus to close this one out. Again, your final score here tonight, 6-1. River Dragons win it. They take Game 1 of the Continental Division Final. We'll talk to you tomorrow night. Thanks for tuning in to River Dragons Hockey.
You've been listening to the Pepsi Post-Game Show on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Tonight's show was brought to you by Pepsi, Air Force Heating and Air, Beam TV, Zelmo Zip-In, and Wade Cleaners. All rights to this broadcast are reserved by the Columbus River Dragons and PMB Broadcasting for the private use of their audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other distribution or the descriptions or accounts of this game are expressly prohibited without the written consent of Ignite Sports and Entertainment and PMB Broadcasting. This has been a presentation of the Columbus River Dragons Hockey Club.
Let's rock. Back to the most